Hello, my name's Richard. This is Over and Over and Over Again, and this is a live watch along. Of course, Arsenal women away at Wolfsburg, of course, tonight, the second leg of the Champions League quarter final. 1-1, of course, it stands poised, doesn't it? After that great first leg last week, of course, I was at the Emirates for that great game. A little bit of different surroundings tonight. I'm at home. But anyway, I'm sure it's going to be another really good game. It's going to be a tense night, isn't it? All going to be coming up for you as well, the other side of this. So this is it then, the big game for Arsenal, of course, tonight. Quarterfinals of the Champions League. It is going to be a very, very tense night. Could be a long night, of course, extra time and potentially penalties as well if it finishes 1-1 at the end of full time, of course, tonight. So let's hope we can get through. Of course, Barcelona away in the semi-final for the winners of this tie. I have got the team news for you. Arsenal made a couple of changes actually from last week. I'll just get the teams up for you now. So here we go. So these are your teams for tonight. So the way Arsenal line up, it's Zinsberger in goal. The back four, it's Maritz, Williamson, Wubben-Moy, last week's goal scorer, of course, and Catley. So the same back four and goalkeeper as in the first leg. There's one change in midfield. Frida Barnum's come in for Leah Walters, who's not in the squad actually at all. So it's Kim Little and, of course, Viv Miedemar in that number 10 position. And then the three up front, Katie McCabe, Stina Blackstenius, and another change is in the front three. Tony Heath comes in from the start this week. Of course, she made a big impact, didn't she, from the bench last week, of course, when she came on and set up the equaliser, of course, for Wubben-Moy in the very last minute of the game. For Wolfsburg, then, it is Schultz in goal. The back four is Wilms, Erberdorf, Janssen, and Raunch. In midfield, it's Lita Ryan, Heinrich, and, of course, our former player, Jill Roord, of course. And it's Hoof, Wasmus, of course, the goal scorer from last week, and Jordi Sotia, the Icelandic international, is actually in the starting lineup this week. She was, of course, on the bench for Wolfsburg last week. She came on in that game, of course, last week. So there are your team lineups. There are your team lineups for this game. I will get rid of that now. As you can see, I've got the score on the screen for you there, and also as well the aggregate score as well. And also just to keep you updated, we will have little bits and pieces of the action as well as we go along through the evening as well, assuming that we don't get shut down. But it is on YouTube, so there's no reason why it would do. It's in, of course, like our game was at the Emirates last week. This is, of course, in the main Wolfsburg Stadium as well, where the men's team play. I'm not sure what the crowd is like. It looks to be reasonably full. But then at the Emirates last week, and I was there, I thought the crowd was a lot bigger than what it was. But anyway, there were 3 Wolfsburg fans there, of course, last week who made themselves very much heard as the game went on, which was nice to see some away fans. I'm not sure if there's any Arsenal fans in the stadium tonight here in Wolfsburg. There probably will be 1 or 2. Unfortunately, Andreas isn't one of them, although it's in his home nation, of course. I've seen a couple of Arsenal fans in the crowd, actually, which is nice to see. We are, of course, going to be looking forward to this game. I'm sure it's going to be really, really good. And here we go. There's a little bit of the pre-match build-up there as we get ready for the kickoff in this game. We're 5 minutes away from the kickoff. There's a little light show going on. They're putting the teams up on the screen for you as well as we prepare for this big game. Arsenal on the bench there. Now bench tonight. We're missing a few players. We've got Williams and Cole, the 2 goalkeepers. We've got Jen Beattie, Simone Boy, Laura Wainroffer, Jordan Nobbs, Nikita Paris, and Caitlin Fall's back on the bench, which is good to see because she's obviously missed the last few games with injury. So it's good to see her back. Let's hope she can come right into this game and make a big impact. We've got some comments in already. We've got Anne there says, I reckon a 3-1 Arsenal win. Well, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be brilliant, actually. I would love that, wouldn't we? Luca's in the chat as well. He says, big up, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Bumped into Luca, actually, in the Arsenal shop last week with Dad in London, which was nice. Good to see him. That was great. And Andreas as well, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. He says, good evening, Richard. Come on, you guys. Let's have a win tonight. Indeed, yeah, let's have a win tonight. I suppose, in a way, though, it's a double-edged sword, really, isn't it? Because if we win this game, we go through to the semi-final, 2 legs against Barcelona, both of which are going to be on Saturdays, which means there's going to be 2 WSL games are going to get moved. and it's going to lead to more fixture congestion. It might well hamper our chances of winning the WSL. But anyway, I guess you've got to stay in the competitions to have any chance of winning them. So let's hope that we do go through tonight. Terry says, evening, Richard, and all in the chat. Come on, you women, as he said. Evening, Andreas, as well. We have got the teams that are now coming out there, as you can see, in the stadium tonight. Arsenal's in their home kit. In fact, the two teams are wearing the same kits that they wore last week. Of course, if you remember, at the Emirates. Tobin Heath starting tonight. Looking forward to seeing her performance. She made a big impact, of course, from the bench, didn't she? Getting that assist for the important equaliser. Well, I do feel that goal last week, that late goal, has given us a real chance tonight. We saw in that second half, didn't we? There's nothing to fear from this Wolfsburg side. We matched them. We more than matched them in the second half, I felt. We perhaps with a better team and maybe could have won. But anyway, we certainly would have taken a draw after going 1-0 down. We could, of course, have been 2-0 down. They hit the post twice, didn't they? This is our team, and just so let's run it through there as we build up with the anthem, of course, the Champions League anthem. Slightly different, isn't it, in the women's game to the men's Champions League. That's the referee. Hopefully, she's a better referee than we had last week. And this is, of course, the Wolfsburg team. There should be one or two slightly familiar faces in that lineup, of course, there. Dominique Janssen there, of course. We still haven't quite seen Amar's favourite player. Harry's favourite player. Yeah, I'm sure she'll be appearing very, very soon. There she is indeed, Jill Ward, of course, former Arsenal player, of course, who had a great couple of years with Arsenal, didn't she? But she is with Wolfsburg now. And, of course, in the Arsenal team is Noel Moritz, of course, who played for Wolfsburg herself, didn't she? So won the Champions League with them, the only Champions League winner in the Arsenal lineup. So that's how the teams are going to be lining up today then. It's going to be a very, very tight, tense game. I'm sure it will be. Terry says, hit the likes. Indeed, please, if you want, please hit the likes. It does help the channel to grow. And Andrea says, I'm wearing my Lotta number 3 kit again. Hope it's a good sign for the team. Well, it worked last week, didn't it? You popped up with that really important goal. So let's hope. I mean, apart from the goal actually last week, I thought she had a brilliant performance in defence, actually. I thought she was outstanding alongside Leah Williamson. And we're going to need her to defend well again tonight, aren't we? That's been a little bit of an issue of ours, hasn't it? When we didn't have Leah Williamson in the team, we did lack a little bit of pace at the back. But I thought Lotta did really well last week. And that bodes well for this game tonight, certainly. We are currently doing the pre-match kind of preparations there in the centre circle, getting prepared for the kick-off. The two captains there, of course. Lucas says there he's going 4-0 to Arsenal. Well, I mean, that would be some result, wouldn't it, if it was 4-0 to Arsenal? Regina as well. Hi, Regina, dear mate. Thanks for tuning in. Good to see all you guys in the chat then. I'm expecting this to be a really, really tight, tense game. I've got to be honest. I'm not expecting a big win. I know Luca's gone for 4-0. I'm not expecting anything like that. I think it's going to be tight and tense. I think we can sneak it through. I did say 2-1 on the show the other night. I'm going to stick with 2-1. I do think we can just sneak through. It may well take extra time though. I won't be surprised at all if this game finishes 1-1 at the end of 90 minutes, as it did last week. I think two very evenly matched sides, actually. Considering Wolfsburg are one of the best sides in Europe, in women's European football over recent years, the fact that we matched them last week, and the fact that we are now, I think, on a par, and we showed that last week. But we've got to do it again tonight, haven't we? It's only half time, if you like. So we need to sort this game out now and see if we can get this win that's going to send us through to the semi-final, which would be fantastic, wouldn't it? For this team in this season as well. I'm just putting this show on Twitter just in case people haven't had a notification through as yet to watch. So yeah, we are going to be just about to kick off. Actually, I will just show you that as well. We're just about getting ready to kick off. So Arsenal then in the red shirts, white sleeves, and Jill Ward and Viv there getting ready for the kick-off here in this big Champions League game. So Arsenal will be attacking the goal to the left in this first half, looking, of course, to get the win. Of course, there's no away goals, actually. So a 2-2 draw wouldn't put us through. It would just send it to extra time. It's not like the old days when away goals counted, of course, in European games. They don't anymore. So equally, a 0-0 draw wouldn't send Wolfsburg through either. So these are the things that just slight change to the rules this season. There's a lot of stuff on the pitch, actually, that the crowd have thrown. I'll just show you that there. Look, you can see, I don't know if you can see it too well there. There you go. There's a lot of stuff on the pitch. That's what the delay's for. They're trying to sort of make sure they can clear it away. But Jandra says, hopefully 3-0. Wow, another confident scoreline there. That'd be great, wouldn't it? And Terry says, with Jandra not on our time tonight. No, it's we are just about to get started in this big, massive game in the Women's Champions League. Then Arsenal are facing Wolfsburg. They're just clearing the pitch. Actually, it's not snowing over here in England, but they're clearing the pitch over in Germany. But it's not snow they're clearing it of. It's the kind of paper that's been thrown onto the pitch there for the players as we start the game. But we haven't quite kicked off yet. Arsenal are just knocking around the ball. In fact, both teams have got a ball to kick around in as we prepare for this game. I'm not sure if it's as cold in Germany as it is here. It's actually been, there was a blizzard here earlier on this evening, about half an hour ago, which has stopped now, but it is still freezing cold here in the UK with snow everywhere. It looks a little bit warmer in Germany, but they are struggling a little bit, as you can see there. Oh, he's just gone now, but they are struggling a little bit actually to clear the pitch with a blower to get rid of the paper actually, which has been flowing around on the pitch. But anyway, let's hope that they do sort that out very, very soon, and we can get on with this game, because it's getting a little bit tense now, isn't it, when we're waiting for the kickoff and they're still trying to clear the pitch of all the stuff that the fans are throwing on there, which is a little bit annoying. But anyway, it's good to see that there's a decent crowd in again for this game. Not, of course, as big as a crowd at Barcelona last night. We wouldn't have expected it to have been anywhere near that size, would we? Let's be honest. But anyway, I think we are just about ready to go now in Wolfsburg. I say this quarter-final, second leg. A very, very tight, close first leg, wasn't it? We were 1-0 down early in that game. Could have been 2-0 down, and then came back in the second half really, really strongly. And probably did, the least we deserved was that draw, wasn't it? In fact, you know, we maybe could have deserved to win that game. Rajendra says there, the girls are trying to keep warm. Yeah, they are trying to keep warm. They want to, this is why we're not playing in England tonight, this game, because it was freezing in London as well. So maybe it's not quite as difficult to keep warm in Germany as it would be if they were playing in the UK. But anyway, we are still not quite ready for the kickoff yet. The pitch is still being cleared, which is slightly annoying. But anyway, the game should have started already, but it hasn't. But anyway, I'm sure it won't be long until we get up and running here for this second leg. So it's 1-1, of course, from last week. It was Rasmus, of course, with the goal for Wolfsburg. And here we go there, look, with the blowers to try to sweep in there, trying to sweep the stuff off the pitch from the goal mouth. There you go. They're trying to sort that out for us so we can actually get some football played at some point this evening. We are already running a little bit late. They're clearing the goal mouth there. Wasn't a good idea, was it, to whoever decided to throw that stuff on the pitch? Wasn't the best idea, was it? Let's be honest. But anyway, they're struggling to clear it now, but we are getting somewhere now. The goalkeeper, Schultz, is just going into a goal now, in that goal there where they were clearing. There we go. They've cleared it a little bit. They're going to give up, I think, now with the rest of it. Leave it as it is. I'm sure eventually it will go anyway once the game starts. But anyway, we are getting ready now for this slightly delayed kickoff. It's, 4 minutes late already. We haven't started yet. So if you are just joining the show and you're not quite sure why there's not really going on about the game yet, it's because we haven't actually kicked off. The pitch was trying to be cleared of not snow, but actually of some sort of ticker tape kind of stuff, which had been thrown onto the pitch by the fans before the game. But they've sort of cleared it a little bit more now, and we should be almost ready to go for the kickoff now. It's been delayed by about 5 minutes at the moment, and they're still not quite ready yet. There is still quite a lot of stuff on the pitch which they are still trying to sweep away, which is slightly annoying and frustrating for everybody. Adds to the tension a little bit, doesn't it, with the game so finally poised. Actually, I mean, I'm pleased in a way for the sake of the game tonight that you know, there wasn't a big win for either team last week. Of course, it would have been nice if we'd won quite well last week, wouldn't it? But anyway, kiddos in the chat are doing there. Yeah, red and white, exactly what we need. Andreas says a stupid idea to throw paper on the pitch. Wolfsburg should be punished for this action. No, you're right. Maybe they should kick them out of the competition, or deduct them like 4 goals or something like that. That'd be quite good. Terry says, how tall is Black Stenius? Her legs look as long as Tobin Heath is tall. No, she's very tall, yeah. That's why she's so good in the air. That's why she poses such a threat to defences. Rajendra says our Arsenal's men supporters are not as good as Barcelona supporters on putting their support for their team. If we had that same support, we would easily one of Europe's best teams. Well, I mean, I think the support's been pretty good this season, actually. Hasn't been perhaps previous years, but it definitely has this season. We are just about to get ready now. There's frustration there, and we are up and underway finally. minutes late. Wolfsburg did take the kick off there. Jill Rod it was, and Wolfsburg in possession over on that far side. We are running, I say slightly late with the kick off, but we are up and running now. There is still a lot of stuff on the pitch actually, but Wolfsburg in possession. Arsenal haven't actually touched the ball yet, but we do now. Ruben White was who got that late goal, of course, for us last week. Wins her tackle there. It's gone out for a throw to Wolfsburg on this near side. Jill Rod there involved in the play, but Wolfsburg have given it away. Katie McCabe now plays it to Viv Miedemar on this near side. She plays the ball through, looking for the run of Tobin Heath. She was never going to get there. And in the end, Wolfsburg can clear that away, but not very far, actually. Steph Catley could have won the ball, but it just bounced away from her. And now Wolfsburg coming forward themselves down this near side. They did this well last week, actually. This was where they posed a lot of the threat. That ball over the top there, but Leah Williamson's there. Plays it back to Manu Zinsberger in goal. And Arsenal just trying to get a few touches on the ball. Frida Marnham there sitting in that deeper role tonight. Of course, Leah Waltz is not in the squad. Oh, that was a poor ball, actually, from Noel Moritz, of course, the former Wolfsburg player. She did win the Champions League with Wolfsburg. And there's actually an injury. Frida Marnham's actually gone down injured. I think she might just be winded, actually. Or was it a ball in the face, perhaps? I don't think it's a serious injury. But Frida Marnham is currently struggling a little bit there on the pitch. I think something hit her in the face. But anyway, I'm sure she's going to be okay. Or, in fact, she did run straight into the Wolfsburg player, Litzweinen. And that would have been a painful one, actually, for the Norwegian. Back in the starting lineup, of course. She hasn't started the game for a while, actually, for Arsenal. She's been on the bench quite a lot. She came on last week, of course, towards the end. Played up front, actually, for a bit. But she's back in her usual midfield position in this game tonight. But it's going to be a free kick to Wolfsburg over on that far side for that challenge there by mine. It wasn't really a challenge. They kind of crashed into each other. In fact, Frida Marnham is still actually getting some treatment there on the pitch, as you can see down there. She's getting some treatment. I don't think the injury is too serious, but when it's a facial injury, you can't actually be injured because we don't have Leah Walty on the bench to come on. It would mean maybe a slight change to the shape of the team, or possibly moving Leah Williamson, of course, into midfield, who's played there pretty well in recent games. For England, of course, Christopher in the chat, however, missed the first 10 minutes of the game. How do the ladies play? Well, actually, you haven't missed the first 10 minutes. The kickoff was delayed by about 6 minutes. So we've only played about 2.5 minutes. There was a load of paper on the pitch that was thrown from the crowd, and they were struggling to clear it before they could start the game. So we've only played 2.5 minutes. So there's not really a lot to report at the moment. It was a free kick there, a throw, sorry, as Rajendra said there. And Terry said it was a clash. It was, yeah, although Frida Marnham came out a lot worse, didn't she? There's a long ball there over the top, over on that far side by Wolfsburg, headed away by Leah Walty. And now Frida Marnham over on that far side. She does really well. That's a good ball up the line as well to Katie McCabe. She tried to play it on towards Stina Blackstenius, but she couldn't quite get it past Dominique Janssen up against her former club, of course. The ball over the top there, well cut out again by Lotta Wuber Moy. But the ball actually falls to Wolfsburg. Again, they're coming forward and down this near side. Great defensive play that was there from Tobin Heath. A brilliant tackle back from the American. I think it's going to be a goal kick as well to Arsenal. Brilliant defensive play that was from Tobin Heath there. Really worked hard to get back there, put that challenge in on Wilms, the fullback for Wolfsburg, getting forward on this near side. Wolfsburg right. But great play that was from Tobin Heath. It's a goal kick to Arsenal, which Manu Zinsberger is going to take. We've played nearly 4 minutes now. So slightly delayed kickoff. In fact, Zinsberger isn't kicking the ball. Wilbur might kick that goal kick. I don't think there's an injury maybe there. Viv there tried to play the ball through to this near side towards Tobin Heath, but she stumbled as she kicked it, and it's gone back to the Wolfsburg goalkeeper, Schultz, who of course played pretty well last week. She was kept busy in that second half. A good second half performance from Arsenal. This game hasn't really got any pattern of play yet. Maybe the delayed start hasn't helped. The players are all on the pitch ready to play, and they had to wait for 5 or 6 minutes while they tried to clear the pitch, which is still covered actually in the paper, especially over on that far goal at the far side. That's a ball up the line actually now for last week's goal scorer, Wasmus. Plays the ball back in to Jill Rod, and she goes across the other side of the pitch. A ball back into the box there. Again, it finds Wasmus just on the edge of the penalty area there, but that's a poor ball actually. And Arsenal can get their defensive shape. That's a ball up the line, and Wilbur Moyes across again. Great defending. Steph Catley, sorry. that came across there. Brilliant defending from the Australian, but it's going to be a throw to Wolfsburg on this near side. They've started brightly, actually, have Wolfsburg in this game. Jill Roord now knocked over by her fellow countrywoman, Viv Miedemar there. But Wolfsburg have picked the ball up again now. They're coming forward. Wolfsburg have certainly offered a lot more attacking threat so far in these early stages. There hasn't yet been an opportunity at goal, but that's a good ball played up this near side. It's going to be Hoof, who played well last week. A ball in towards the 6-yard box. Oh, Manu Zinsberger had it. Then she lost it. And in the end, it's bobbled wide of the post. I think it was Johns Dottir there with the header. It was a cross there from Hoof from this near side. It was far too close to Zinsberger, but she didn't really get hold of it particularly well, and it almost went in actually off Johns Dottir there, the Icelandic player there for Wolfsburg, but it did go just the right side of the post from an Arsenal perspective. Now Arsenal in possession with Viv Miedemar on halfway. She's held up briefly there, but she has conceded a free kick on the Wolfsburg captain Hoof. So it's going to be a free kick to the hosts. She was stretching a little bit there. It was a flying tackle actually initially by the captain of Wolfsburg, and then by Hoof, and then it was a foul there by Viv Miedemar. The first one looked more of a foul actually on her, but anyway, that's the referee for you in this game. Andy says intense game. Good evening. It is going to be an intense game indeed. And Terry says lucky there. Yeah, he was a bit lucky. I don't know what Zinsberger was doing, to be perfectly honest with you. But anyway, a ball over the top there. Again, Steph Catley wins her header, but Tobin Heath can't get hold of the ball. Jill Roord picks it up for Wolfsburg. They're coming forward again. This is Hoof on this near side. She's got the runner outside of Wilms again. Can she get the cross in? She can towards the near post. Kim Little, sorry, is there to clear it away for Arsenal, but we're getting in trouble. They're trying to play it out from the back. Steph Catley, Viv Miedemar gets in trouble. A lot of William Moyes there. Good ball actually up this near side to Tobin Heath. Good touch there by the American, and she's won a throw for Arsenal. Hendrick there claiming it came off the American, but it clearly didn't. Rajendra says we just need to tweak our passing so we can avoid their players. Well, at the moment, Wolfsburg are pressing us really early, aren't they? Every time we get the ball, there's 2 or 3 players around us. They're being very aggressive. They're not really allowing us to get into our stride. Obviously, that second half last week has shown them that they can't take us lightly, can they? Anyway, Frida Marnham there plays the ball forward to Viv Miedemar inside the centre circle, out to the far side. Frida Marnham again plays it up the line. That's a decent ball to Katie McCabe. She holds the ball up well, but again, she's got 3 Wolfsburg players around her. The Germans again win the ball back high up the pitch. They're certainly pressing us well in these early stages. We played nearly 8 minutes. It is still Wolfsburg 0, Arsenal 0. That's 1-1 on aggregate, of course, following last week's exciting draw at the Emirates Stadium. Wolfsburg now coming forward again. Jill Roord, she'd love to get a goal, wouldn't she, in this game? She didn't have a particularly great game last week. Now it's Hoof inside the penalty area. She tries to go around the outside of Catley, and she's won her corner for Wolfsburg, who started this game pretty rapidly. Arsenal yet to really get going, but that was good defending by Steph Catley there. But it's going to be a corner to Wolfsburg. Of course, they did beat Chelsea 4-0, didn't they, in the group stage to knock Chelsea out. Of course, bit of a shock result that was, wasn't it? A 4-0 defeat that was for Chelsea. So we know these are a good side. But, of course, Chelsea did beat them last season in this competition. So we know they are beatable, and we saw that last week as well. The corner comes in from this near side towards the near post. Arsenal don't defend it particularly well. A shot comes in, and it's in. They've scored. Wolfsburg, first blood to them again. And I think it is Jill Roord with the goal. She does look delighted about that. Not the sort of start that we wanted, unfortunately, in this game. 9 minutes play. We did concede early last week. We've conceded early again. Again, it's a goal from a set piece. Again, it was chaotic defending that was from Arsenal, and it is Jill Roord with the goal. This was the goal there. The corner comes in. It wasn't particularly well defended. It was flying about inside the box. A simple finish there from Jill Roord to give Wolfsburg the lead, and that certainly wasn't the start that we needed. But I'd say it was similar to last week, wasn't it? Where we was 1-0 down early on, and we did come back strongly in that game. And that is a goal for Jill Roord to give Wolfsburg the lead. So they are now, actually, I've updated the score there. I haven't updated the score in the aggregate box, have I? So it is 2-1, of course, on aggregate to Wolfsburg. So not the start that we wanted, but Arsenal are going to restart the game now from kickoff. Andrea says there once again our poor defending, corners and crosses. Yeah, exactly. The set pieces have been our Achilles heel, haven't they? And Jill Ward gets the goal, of course, against her former club. She couldn't really miss, to be fair. Very, very poor defending that was from Arsenal. There's a delay in the restart again of this game. I'm not quite sure what the hold up is. Is it a VAR check? Is it for some holding there in the penalty area? Or foul, possibly? I'm not really sure. Maybe the goal might be disallowed, actually. Rajendra says Zinsberg looks apprehensive. Yeah, well, the goal has been given. They have restarted the game now. I think there was a VAR check, but there was nothing wrong with it. And it is going to be a free kick to Wolfsburg. Andrea says, typical mistake by Manu. She stays on the line instead of coming out. Yeah, uncertain defending all round, really, wasn't it, from Arsenal there? Poor from a set piece. You know, obviously Wolfsburg scored a goal last week from a cross into the box, which we didn't defend particularly well. They've scored from a set piece this time. We have conceded a lot from set pieces. That's the one area we really do need to improve if we are going to be able to challenge the very, very top sides. We need to cut out those poor mistakes from set pieces and crosses into the box. Wolfsburg are coming forward again down that far side with Johnsdottir. She's done well, actually. Ball played the box. Oh, just a touch off it there by Maritz was just enough to take it away from Wolfsburg players. And now Tobin Heath is trying to bring it out of defence. But Wolfsburg are definitely the quicker and the sharper to the ball in these early stages of this game here tonight, as indeed they were last week. But we did grow into that game. Let's hope we can grow into this one as well. Poor touch there, actually, from Stina Blackstenius, but she's working hard to try and win the ball back from Hoofy. She does do just that, but who's managed to get past Steph Catley, who concedes a free kick. We're struggling at the minute. We need to stay in this game. It's been a very, very difficult start to us here. We're making too many mistakes. We're giving the ball away far too easily. And we're on the back foot right from the start here. And now we've got a set piece again from this near side. It was how we conceded the goal. It is going to be Hoof, is it, with this free kick? In fact, it isn't. I think it might actually be Raunch instead with the set piece delivery. Arsenal look panicked every time the ball comes into our box. This is another dangerous moment. We have to defend this better than we defended that last corner. It is going to be a Raunch with this free kick for Wolfsburg, curling towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Again, not really comfortable goalkeeping there from Manu Zinsberger, and that effort there from the edge of the box from Hendrick, I think it was, as bobbled harmlessly wide. But again, Manu Zinsberger didn't really cover herself in glory. She came to punch the ball. She did get a punch on it, but didn't get any distance at all. And in the end, the shot comes in from the edge of the box. In fact, it was Wilms with the shot there that went, luckily, harmlessly wide of the post. But this has been a difficult start to this game for Arsenal. We've played 13 minutes. Manu Zinsberger isn't taking goal kicks. I'm sure she must be carrying an injury, actually. Anyway, Stina Blackstenius now on this near side, battling for the ball. She's won Arsenal a throw in the attacking third, finally relieving a little bit of pressure. This pressure that we've been under pretty much from the start of this game. Jonas looking a bit apprehensive on the sideline. It's going to be Noel Moritz with this throw. And Arsenal have got an opportunity to try to build an attack. We haven't threatened the Wolfsburg goal at all as yet. We've played 13 and a half minutes here in Wolfsburg. Moritz then gets the ball back from Stina, plays it back up the line again to Stina Blackstenius. Can she get a cross in? She does towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Oh, uncertain defending. That was again from the that was from Wilms, actually. Very, very poor defending that was. There was no Arsenal player near her. It wasn't a bad ball from Stina in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. There was no Arsenal player attacking it. And in the end, it was almost a miss kick. It sort of bounced off her, the fullback for Wolfsburg. But Arsenal got their first corner over on that far side. Steph Catley's going to take it. Rajendra says they're better than the previous corner it was. And he says now 3-1 to Arsenal. Well, it can't be 3-0 now, can it? But it is a corner to Arsenal. There's a little bit of pushing and shoving in the penalty area, which the referee is just trying to sort out. But this corner is going to be from Steph Catley. The Arsenal players are lined up in like the train formation that they did so well in the recent FA Cup game. The ball played in low towards the near post towards Viv Miedemeier. Strange corner in the end, actually. And in the end, it's gone behind for a goal kick to Wolfsburg. I'm not quite sure whether that corner was planned like that. But anyway, the goal kick's taken quickly. Steph Catley wins that header. But Wolfsburg now with Jill Royd, the goal scorer, plays the ball forward to Hoof up this near side. She's got a little bit of space because Steph Catley was a little bit out of the pitch. That's a good cross towards the far post. Leah Williamson's there. Good header away as Johnsdottir was coming in, but still Wolfsburg in possession. Moritz there with the clearance, but not very far. This is all Wolfsburg so far in this game. We've played 15 minutes. And Robert says, anyone got a broom? Well, they did try to broom it away earlier before we started the game, and they were pretty unsuccessful in that, actually. And there's still a lot of paper on the pitch. I don't think that's what's led to this really slow start from Arsenal. But anyway, Wolfsburg coming forward again down this near side. That's a good ball to Wilms there, the defender who almost sliced the ball into her own net a few moments ago, but she's better going forward now. That's a good ball into a little bit of space in behind. Wolfsburg going to make it 2-0, but Zinsberger's out well there. That was better goalkeeping there from the Austrian. Much, much better there. She came out there as Oberdorf was running through. A little bit of space there, but she came out well. Good, brave goalkeeping. I'm not sure she's 100% fit, Zinsberger, but anyway, she did well there. Terry says there, come on, you women gooners, indeed. Regina says we have nothing to lose. Well, we're still in this game. You know, what we don't want to do is go 2 or 3-0 down. We are still in this game. Anyway, Hoof coming forward again down this near side. She was one of the bright players, wasn't she, last week? She's looking bright again in this game, but Arsenal do defend that, but not very well again. The clearance from Katie McCabe. Hoof again, just on the edge of the penalty. Dinks the ball towards the edge of the 6-yard box, headed away from Wigan by Jill Rod. Shot from the edge of the box is blocked. It's deflected behind. It's another corner to Wolfsburg. We need to defend this one a bit better. We're definitely under pressure in this game. We've played 16 minutes. It's been 16 difficult minutes for Arsenal. You have to say we haven't really got going yet, but we have got a corner over on that far side. Well, sorry, Wolfsburg have now got a corner over on that far side again. They did score from their previous corner from this very same delivery. It's going to be Ranch again with the set piece. She's got a good delivery on her, as we've seen already. Arsenal need to defend this one better. It comes in at the near post. It's headed away this time, but by Arsenal, that was better. But still, Wolfsburg in possession. Ball dinked back into the penalty. Surely that's offside. Surely that's offside. It's a second goal for Wolfsburg, is it? No, it isn't. It is offside. It looked offside. It was Wasmus there with the goal. The flag was up. We had a goal disallowed last week for a tight offside. I do think that's the right decision. She did look offside. Arsenal got out quickly, actually. There was 3 of them offside, in actual fact. Actually, Wasmus was the one furthest back. It was a good finish, actually, in the end from the German, but it was rightly disallowed for offside. And hopefully that might start to prove to be a warning for us and we can liven ourselves up a bit, because it has been a very, very slow start this from Arsenal. You have to give credit to Wolfsburg because they've come flying out at the start of this game. We're really struggling to keep ourselves in it. But we did last week. It was 1-0. It could have been 2 or 3-0. In fact, it's a VAR check here for this goal. They may be trying to say it was onside. I don't think it was. And I'm pretty sure it won't be given. Robert says it was offside, but we are so sloppy. Yeah, we are very sloppy. It did look offside, didn't it? I'll be surprised if they do give this goal, but they are doing a VAR check at this moment. And Jonas is looking quite tense on the touchline. Not surprisingly, there he is, looking a little bit tense there. The Wolfsburg fans are so far enjoying their evening. So we are still waiting for this decision to see if this goal is going to stand or not. It did look offside. She looked at least a couple of yards offside. Certainly as much offside as Stina was in that first game last week when her goal was disallowed. It's at least as far offside as that. So by that rationing, it should be offside again. But we're still awaiting the VAR decision, which is going to decide whether or not it's 2-0 to Wolfsburg or not. It shouldn't be. Regina says that the women need to get out faster, need to keep sharp. Yeah, we do need to be sharper because we've been very, very sloppy in these opening stages. Whether that delay to kick off caused a bit of a problem, not really sure. But anyway, we still haven't had a final decision on this. This game seems to have been very stoppy-starty at the minute for one reason or another. And this is due to this VAR check for the goal that Wasmus just scored. She did look miles offside. Originally, when you look at the replay, maybe wasn't quite as far. It was Katie McCabe was the last defender for Arsenal. She did get out quickly. Was it quickly enough? It looked as though it was, but we are still awaiting a decision. In fact, the decision has been reached. It isn't a goal. It was offside. It is still 2-0. And Andrea says, how can that not be offside? It is quite a tight one, to be fair, but she was offside. Jill Ward was miles offside, and Wasmus was offside as well. And that goal rightly doesn't count. But now Arsenal coming forward themselves. That's a good tackle, actually, there on Viv Miedemeier. And Wolfsburg now looking to get the ball forward again, but that's over hit, and it will go all the way through to Manu Zinsberg. I'm not quite sure why it took them 5 minutes to reach that decision. It looked clearly offside initially, and it looked offside from the replay as well. But anyway, it was offside, and as Free Spirit says there, clear offside. It was. I say it's at least as far offside as Stina was last week for that goal that we had disallowed. So, and that one didn't really take as long, did it, to decide that? Anyway, Arsenal got a free kick. It was a foul there by Hendrich on Viv Miedema. I was actually getting some rough treatment in this game. Every time she gets the ball, there's 2 or 3 Wolfsburg players in and around her looking to disrupt her play. They know how dangerous that she is. And so far, you've got to say it's worked for the Germans, because they are 1-0 up, 2-1 ahead on aggregate. Or Wilbur Moy there almost lost control of the ball, which does find Kim Little in the defensive position. But Kim Little's lost out actually there. And Wolfsburg again looking to punish Arsenal for a bit of sloppy play. But Stina, Viv Miedema steps in. Now it's with Stina inside the centre circle. Plays it out to that far side. This is better from Arsenal. Noel Moritz looking to get forward from that far side for Arsenal. But she's held up there by Johns Dottir, the Icelandic player there for Wolfsburg. And now there's going to be a free kick to the Germans. It was a foul there by Frida Marnham, who's definitely recovered from that very early injury there. Terry says that there must be the Premiership doing VAR. Well, it certainly took 4 hours to come up to that decision to disallow the Wolfsburg second goal for offside, which it was offside, and it was a right decision, wasn't it? Robert says, yeah, we're getting caught on the wrong side of the ball everywhere. Now we are at the minute, yeah. Majendra says that late start should not have made any difference. Well, it shouldn't have done. You can see why there was a long delay, because she was quite clearly miles over the line. You can see why it took them 5 minutes to reach that decision, when you just saw a still image of it there, and she was clearly offside. It took a second to decide that. But anyway, they clearly wanted to try and find a reason to give the goal, didn't they? But anyway, Arsenal now picking the ball up in midfield with Leah Williamson. This is a good run from Williamson, but she does lose out there. Wolfsburg have been much more aggressive than we have in these early stages. They have dominated this first 22 minutes. They're coming forward again with John Zottir down that far side. A good ball played forward, looking for the run now of Wasmus, but a good bit of defending there from Lotta Woodmore. But again, Arsenal have lost the ball high up the pitch, but Frida Marnham does win it back for Arsenal, and now it's back with Manu Zinsberger. This has been a very difficult 22 minutes for Arsenal, but this is a little bit better played into midfield. Kim Little now. Again, Arsenal are slow to the ball, and again, they've conceded a free kick. It was Viv Miedema there protesting her innocence, but the referee has given the free kick against. It looked like it was a foul actually on Kim Little just before that, which the referee isn't interested in. And once again, it looks as though we're getting a poor referee in our game, which wouldn't be the first time, would it, this season? It wouldn't even be the first time in the Champions League. But anyway, we can't say that's the reason for this poor start by Arsenal. You have to say Wolfsburg have come flying out of this game, and we have struggled to contain them. But it is only 1-0, and we saw what happened last week. It was 1-0. We grew into the game, and in the end, we fully got a deserved draw. So we're not out of this yet by any means, but we are going to have to improve in every single aspect of our play if we're going to find a way back. We've not threatened the Wolfsburg goalkeeper, Schutt, who's just got the ball there, actually passed back to her from one of her defenders, and now Wolfsburg in possession again with Wilms on this far side, plays it back to Oberstdorf, looking to play the ball forward. In fact, she goes on a little run herself, plays it back to this near side to Wilms, lofts a long ball over the top. The Zinsberger's out of her goal there, out of her to the edge of the penalty area to grab that, and then she rolls it out to that far side. Robert says there, we're not running into space for the attacking players. They are running into walls. Now we are. Everything's going through the middle where Viv is, and they're blocking her out with 3 players. Now Stina, a little bit of space. She does well, Stina, but she's in the centre circle at the moment. Arsenal can't get the ball forward. Wilbur Moy now plays it out to that far side to Leah Williamson, into Frida Marnham. She plays it out to that far side to Noel Moritz. Of course, knows Wolfsburg very well from her time there. And that's going to be a free kick. Is it to Arsenal? No, referee says no. Now, that looked more of a free kick than some of the free kicks she's given to Wolfsburg in this game. But anyway, we carry on. Once again, Arsenal getting no favours from the officials. The ball now is back with goalkeeper Schultz. And we've played 24 and a half minutes. It is Wolfsburg 1, Arsenal 0 on the night. That's 2-1 to Wolfsburg on aggregate. It's been a very, very difficult start to the game for Arsenal. We haven't threatened an attack yet. Wolfsburg have had the ball in the net twice. The second one rightly disallowed for offside. Kim Little now battling away in midfield. She does well, find Steph Catley on this near side, but there's no way forward. She's forced backwards. Great work this is from Wolfsburg. They're working so hard off the ball, the Germans. Makes you wonder where that second half performance from Arsenal came from last week, where we dominated them so much for 45 minutes. Tonight we can't even get a kick of the ball in the German half of the field. Steph Catley now with his throw on the near side, plays it into Viv Miedema, who's been marked out of this game so far. She's lost out again there, but Kim Little now picks up that loose ball, runs into trouble. Is she a free kick there? And she's finally got a free kick, Kim Little. She's been fouled about 5 times. That time it was Jill Roord, former teammate there. It was a foul there by the Dutch international. Kim Little had just poked the ball past her, and then she was fouled. And this time the referee does give the free kick. Andreas says there Wolfsburg is controlling the match. No, they are. They're controlling the match 100% totally. But it is only 1-0 still at the moment. And who knows? That happened last week. We got ourselves back into the game, didn't we? But every time we lose the ball, as we've done again, Wolfsburg are looking dangerous. Leah Williamson should tidy this up, though, under pressure from Wismus. Of course, the goal scorer of the goal last week at the Emirates. It's Jill Roord with the goal tonight. In the end, Arsenal managed to clear the ball away, and they got a free kick now on this near side. Terry says, hooray, Kim got a free kick finally. Yeah, Robert says there, Catley, run for Christ's sake, run into space, stop getting caught messing around. Now, you're right, we are taking far too long to make decisions, and Wolfsburg are punishing us for that time that we're taking. Steph Catley again, poor play from her. The ball's run out of play for a throw to Wolfsburg again under pressure. Regenda says there, they know our European referee allow a more physical game, whereas in the UK, the referee gives a foul if a feather touched your position, unless it's a foul in our favour, they don't, do they? Anyway, also, they're looking to try to get a breakaway there. Stina trying to work hard, but it was Hendrick there with the ball. Just got there in front of her. Stina again was buffeted there by 2 players. She does really well, actually, the Swede. Frida Marnham now. Can she get the ball out to the far side to Noel Moritz? This is a little bit better from Arsenal. Noel Moritz wants some support ahead of her. She hasn't got any, so she has to go back to Leah Williamson. Wolfsburg just aren't giving us any time at all. And that ball there played into Viv, not really very well positioned for her. And it bounced away from Viv there. She tries to win it back. But Wolfsburg play it up the line to no one in particular. It's not going to go out of play. And Lotta Ruben-Moy will play it back to Manu Zinsberger. Andreas says there, we are standing too deep, waiting for them to attack. Why? We are 1-0 down. We should attack. We are, but it's still quite early days in this game, isn't it? And I don't know, maybe we just want to try and keep ourselves in it, but we need to get the ball. We need to get more possession in the Wolfsburg half of the pitch, because every time the ball goes forward, it's coming straight back, and it's making life really, really difficult for us. They're knocking it around really well again, Wolfsburg. The ball played out to that far side to Johns Dottir for Wolfsburg. She cuts inside from that far side, tries a shot, it hits Leah Williamson. It's gone behind for a corner. Leah Williamson maybe wanted a shout there from a goalkeeper to say that she'd have had that covered. In the end, it's gone out for a corner to Wolfsburg over on that far side this time. It was from a corner that Jill Roord scored the goal to give Wolfsburg the lead. A very sloppy bit of play there from Arsenal, and an easy finish from Jill Roord, who certainly enjoyed that goal. So much for not celebrating when you score against your old club. She certainly celebrated that. Regenda says a good stop by Leah. It was, but I do think goalkeeper would have had that anyway. That corner there is cleared away by Viv actually at the near post, but still Wolfsburg pick up the loose ball as they've done constantly throughout this game. Another ball into the box. Ruben-Moy heads it away. Katie McCabe that time, but again, it's a Wolfsburg player. It's like they're playing with 15 players are coming forward again. Jill Roord, a shot from the edge of the box. Good defending again from Ruben-Moy, but we've given the ball straight back to Johns Dottir, and a shot from the edge of the box luckily has curled away and behind for a goal kick. We just can't get the ball away. Really, really sloppy. Jill Roord's effort there from the edge of the penalty area struck Ruben-Moy. It did bounce back up and hit her on the hand, which is what Wolfsburg were claiming, but she couldn't do anything about that. It's hit her leg, come back up. She was outside the penalty area anyway. It'd been very harsh to have given a free kick for that. Arsenal trying to play it out from the back. I don't know why we're doing this. They're putting us under too much pressure. Catley now with the ball up the line to Tobin Heath, who, apart from one great defensive bit of play, hasn't really been involved in this game at all so far. It is another throw to Wolfsburg. We haven't got going at all. We've played almost half an hour. It's been half an hour of constant Wolfsburg pressure. They have scored a goal and had another one disallowed. Wolfsburg does really well there, finds Viv Miedemeier. She does well herself and gets the ball out to Noel Moritz on that far side. Plays it back in to Miedemeier, but again we're forced backwards to Leah Armson. Wolfsburg's work off the ball has been incredible in this opening half an hour. That ball played in towards Tobin Heath. Again, there's two players around her. She loses out there. She's gone down with what looks to be an injury. She hasn't got back up again as yet. Again, Arsenal can't clear the ball away. It finds it Jill Roord. It's all Wolfsburg here so far. 30 minutes played. Wolfsburg 1, Arsenal 0. It could easily be a lot more than that. Johns Dottir has now come over to this near side. Takes the ball round Catley, who does well there. Good tackle by the Australian, but it has gone out for another corner to Wolfsburg on this near side. This was where they got the goal from. The young Icelandic player, John Dottir, has had a decent game, actually. Dominic Jansson's in the penalty. Jill Roord. Be just our luck, wouldn't it, if Jansson scores as well. Yeah, it's another corner going to come in from Raunch on this near side. It was her delivery that led to the goal that gives Wolfsburg the lead. Again, it's curled towards the near post. Zinsberger again punches it away. Again, Arsenal can't really clear it away, but they should be able to now with Tobin Heath. But she takes too long, and Wolfsburg again have won the ball back on the edge of the Arsenal penalty. But now we've got a chance to get it away. This is really good play from Kim Little. What a great bit of play there. Now we've got a chance for a counter attack. She's got support over on that far side with Stina Blackstenius. Just on the edge of the Wolfsburg penalty, cuts back inside. Kim Little got a little bit of space. Instead, Stina goes back to Frida Marnham. That's a ball over to this near side to Tobin Heath. It's a poor ball. It's gone out for a throw. And another Arsenal attack, a rare Arsenal attack, has come to nothing. Rajendra says there, we need to be quicker and be more physical. Yeah, we do. They're dominating us physically as well. And that was the wrong ball there. Brilliant play from Kim Little, actually. Darts past 2 or 3 Wolfsburg challenges in midfield, drove us forward. We needed to do more of that to relieve a little bit of pressure. And in the end, Frida Marnham didn't play the right ball. We're definitely missing Beth Mead in this game, of course, suspended following her booking last week. She would be available to play in the semi-final should we get there. But we've got a lot of work to do if we're going to make it. We need to score 2 goals here in Germany tonight if we are going to make it through to that semi-final. Also got a throw now. Steph Catley in the attacking third. Plays it in to Viv Miedemeier on the edge of the box. He gets it back again. Steph Catley tries a shot from the edge of the box. It's on target, but it's straight at the Wolfsburg goalkeeper shot. But that's not short. It's a lot better that was, though, from Arsenal. Finally, we get a shot on goal. We've won the ball back high up the pitch. Viv Miedemeier there. It's a great tackle, actually, from Ebersdorf, who can now get forward. She was fouled, was she, by Frida Marnham, but referee plays on as Wolfsburg coming forward again. Jill Ward finds Hoof down this near side. Arsenal have now managed to get their shape back. Res says they're missing Jordan. Well, yeah, we are missing Jordan, but she's on the bench, so they've got the opportunity to bring her on. Hoof now down this near side again. That's a good ball into Jill Ward inside the penalty. It's going to be 2-0. Good defensive play again by Wooben Moy. She's been solid at the back for Arsenal again as she was last week. Viv Miedemeier again is held up by Ebersdorf, who's had a great game, actually. She's pretty much marked Viv Miedemeier out of the game so far. This is good play down that far side again by Johns Dottir, crossing towards the near post. But it's gone over the top. In fact, it was deflected. It is going to be another corner to Wolfsburg over on that far side. Again, Arsenal being sloppy, giving the ball away. That was good play, though. She got past Moritz a little bit too easily. In fact, Manu Zinsberger had to just touch that over the bar. She got too tight there, Moritz. A nice turn, though, by Johns Dottir. That cross at the near post was probably going over anyway, but Zinsberger just made sure, pushed it onto the roof of the net. It is a corner to Wolfsburg. Dendra says, come on, Arsenal, indeed. Come on, Arsenal. We need to do better. As things stand at the moment, I think we'd all be delighted if it stays 1-0 at half-time. A little bit of pushing and shoving inside the Arsenal penalty area as we prepare for this corner. Katie McCabe's involved, as you would expect. The referee is basically saying she's not having none of that. And we are going to now prepare to defend this corner. That was where the goal came from. This time it's going to be Hoof with a corner over on that far side in towards the near post inside the 6-yard box. Good header away from Stina Blackstenius. It comes back in again. It's a Wolfsburg player, picks up. The shot comes in from distance from Wilms, but it's straight into the arms of Zinsberger, who kicks it long up towards halfway looking for Stina, but it wasn't a great clearance. Kim Little, though, picks up that ball. Again, put under pressure from Jill Raw, but she does well. Kim Little plays it back to Zinsberger. And Rajendra says there, we are now getting back into the game. Well, a little bit better. We have had one or two better moments, but we're still nowhere near dominating or getting any chances really now. Wolfsburg coming forward again. This is a great chance on the edge of the box. It's come to Hoof. Oh, great save with her legs there from Zinsberger. That would have been 2-0, and that would surely have given us a mountain to climb. Zinsberger's got the ball again. Maybe Hoof should have done better there, actually, if we're honest. Again, it was poor play from Arsenal. We gave the ball away. It was nice play there from Wolfsburg. A nice little dummy there from Wismus. The shot there, good save from Zinsberger's legs there. A really good save from the Austrian to keep us in this game with her leg there. That was going in. Decent save, actually. Hoof will be disappointed she didn't get that one into the net. Chris says there, come on, Arsenal girls, do this for Rocky. Indeed, of course, on the anniversary of Rocky's death, of course, 21 years ago today, we lost such a great player, such a great man as well. And the girls need to turn this game around in his memory, of course. And Robert says there, she kicked that ball out. No one forward, might as well pass the ball. And yeah, we haven't got anybody. We don't seem to have any movement going forward, do we? I mean, there's a foul there by Johnsdottir on Maritz over on that far side. But every time we come forward, it's like Wolfsburg have got an extra player or two extra players. We just cannot get the ball moving at all. It's been a very, very poor first half from Arsenal and a very, very good first half from Wolfsburg. But the good thing is, the positive to take from it is still only 1-0. And that does give us a chance because, you know, we know that we've got an opportunity. We will get opportunities to score goals in this game, as we did indeed last week. And he says, yeah, we just need to keep it at 1-0 till half time and try something in midfield. Yeah, I think we need to make one or two adjustments in the second half if we're going to get something out of this game. Steph Catley's really struggling at left back. I'd be tempted to put Katie McCabe there and maybe bring on Caitlin Ford in the second half. But that's a good ball through to Stina Blackstenius inside the penalty. This is better from Arsenal. Stina Blackstenius has done well. She's won a corner for Arsenal. Has she, or did it come back off the Swede? I think it did. That was a bit better from Arsenal. She got clear. Oh, in fact, it came off her standing leg, actually, as she was about to cross the ball. That kind of sums up where Arsenal have been in this first half. Hasn't quite happened for us at all. But that was much better, though, in an attacking sense. Robert says, Catley again and again and again losing the ball. She needs to be taken off. Yeah, she's had a really, really poor, difficult first half. I've been saying it for a while. I don't think she's really quite good enough. She's a weak link in that back four. I'd much rather Katie McCabe there. But anyway, delivery is good from set pieces, but she hasn't managed to get a set piece yet, really, in the attacking side of the pitch. I would definitely be looking at moving Katie McCabe back to left back and bringing on Caitlin Ford in the second half. But anyway, let's see if we can make it to half time. We've played 38 minutes here in Germany. It's Wolfsburg 1, Arsenal 0. That's 2-1 to Wolfsburg on aggregate, of course. And you have to say they fully deserve this lead. In fact, we're quite fortunate to only be 1-0 down. There was a second goal from Wasmus, which was disallowed for offside. It was the right decision. But it was a long VAR check, actually. Kim Little now in the centre circle. Again, looked as though she was fouled, but the referee says no. And Wolfsburg again have won the ball back. They're being much more aggressive than us in every single area of the pitch. Now knocking the ball around well on this near side. That's a ball played up this near side again. Steph Catley's out of position, so Woobenway comes across that cross into the near post. Zinsberg just about gets there. Arsenal don't really clear it away again. Comes to the edge of the box. Is it going to be a shot comes in? This is a good run from the edge of the box. A shot is blocked there from Williamson. It was Ebersdorf there. The defender got forward, and now it's Johnsdottir on that far side. Tobin Heath is there, takes the ball off. That's good defending there by the American, who's now playing over on the right-hand side. She has switched wings with Katie McCabe. And can Arsenal now get an attack? Kim Little, she closed down again quickly by Hoof. She gets the ball back, though, to Williamson. Williamson now plays it into midfield to Viv Miedemar again. She's bullied out of it there by Dominic Janssen. Of course, they know each other very well, don't they, from the national team. Williamson has a better ball to Katie McCabe on the left now. Again, no, we're waiting for the ball to come to us. And again, it's a break here. They've got a spare player over here. Hoof inside the penalty area. Good defending again from Lotte Woobenmoy. Absolutely fantastic once again from her. She's definitely been our best player in this 1.5 games so far in this quarterfinal. Lotte Woobenmoy That was brilliant defending there. It was Hoof running at her. She did well. She didn't dive in, and then when needed to, she came across with a challenge, blocked that ball. Brilliant defending from Wolfsburg again. She's having a great game. She's been the one shining light in this first half for Arsenal. Once again, she's been our best player. Now, Tobin Heath over on that far side. Can she produce a little bit of magic as she did, of course, last week to get us that goal? We need something. Robert says there, this is the European Champions Cup. My God, we'll never put the best team forward. Well, let's see. I mean, you know, it is only 1-0. Like last week, we had a much better second half. Let's see if we can do that again. Stina Blackstenius again, though, runs into trouble. She's not got any service at all in this game. And when she has got the ball, unfortunately, she has been quite difficult, quite poor with it, actually. Terry says it looks like Viv's head's dropped. She don't look happy. Well, I mean, the reason why is because she's been marked out of the game, isn't she? You know, I don't know whether she might be better off playing a little bit further forward in the second half. Regenda says there, we are learning how to defend properly. Well, we are not really defending that well, are we, in this game, to be honest? But anyway, Kim Little now in midfield. This is better. Steph Catley now on this left-hand side. There's no one in front of her to play the ball to. And in the end, again, it's charged down by Wilms, who's done well. But Steph Catley does better then, wins the ball back. But she was looking for someone running ahead of her down that left-hand side. She didn't find anybody there. And in the end, the ball was cut out well, actually, by Wilms, who's looked decent for Wolfsburg. Again, down this near side, the right back. She takes that throw, actually, and gets it back again. Finds Jill Roord. And Wolfsburg now just play it back to goalkeeper Schultz. And she goes out to that far side for Ronch. She plays it up the line to Johnsdottir, and it has gone out now for a throw to Wolfsburg. There was Moritz with the challenge. But Miedema has been absolutely marked out of this game so far in this first half. She hasn't got a kick at all. And Stina hasn't really got a kick either. That's why we've struggled to get the ball forward. That's been the problem in midfield. Are we missing Leah Walty maybe? And of course Beth Mead as well. Robert says there, Catley again at a vital point, but he'll get off the pitch. I mean, I don't necessarily blame her for that. She wanted a bit more support, which she didn't get. And in the end, she ran into a brick wall. But that's better from Catley there. Fine Stina. This is better. Miedema now, centre of the pitch coming forward. She's got Katie McCabe now on this near side, Arsenal's left. Can she whip across in to Stina Blackstenius? She can. Can Stina Blackstenius get it? Goalkeeper's missed it. Oh, and it's going to be a free kick in the end. I don't think that was a foul on the goalkeeper, actually. She just came and completely missed it. Stina was going for the ball. In fact, Stina didn't really do anything at all. And the goalkeeper maybe went into her. But anyway, that's what happens. Goalkeepers are overprotected at times. That was a great ball, though, from Katie McCabe from this left-hand side. Asked a few questions there of the Wolfsburg goalkeeper. She didn't look particularly comfortable there, actually, under pressure from Stina. But she did get a free kick. And Arsenal won the ball back high up the pitch now. Viv's battling for it on the edge of the penalty area here for Arsenal. Again, though, it's great defending from Wolfsburg. They have been much, much better than us, it has to be said. But it is only 1-0. Andreas says there, hope we survive until half-time. Yeah, we've got 2.5 minutes to go. Moritz there trying to get the ball. It is a throw to Arsenal over on that far side. Johnsdottir didn't want to give it to her, but the referee stopped that nonsense. The ball is now back with Zinsberger. She plays it short to Wu and Moy, who's had a great first half, it has to be said. Defensively, she's been brilliant, as indeed she was, of course, last week. Viv now trying to find a bit of space in the centre circle. This time she does win a free kick finally. She looks up at the referee as if to say, that's about 6 times I've been fouled by her fellow Dutch international, Dominique Janssen, of course, former teammates and international teammates still, of course. Andreas says very, very poor performance from us. Indeed it is. Although I think you have to give Wolfsburg credit. They haven't allowed us to play, have they? Although we haven't kept the ball anywhere near well enough when we've got it. So it's a mixture of both, isn't it? It's been really, really poor from Arsenal, but ultimately it has been really good from Wolfsburg as well. But the important thing is it's only 1-0. And at 1-0, we're still in this game. And we have had 1 or 2 little half moments. Again, Wubermoy is there. Brilliant defending again from Wubermoy. She has been immense in this first half. And now Arsenal can try to launch a counter-attack. Stina Blackstenius plays out to that far side. But that's a poor ball again. But Arsenal have won the ball back. Stina again. She needs to be a bit better when she's got the ball. She tried to ping it through to Katie McCabe. Again, it was a Wolfsburg defender in the way. They're winning every single second ball. They've done that throughout most of this game. Robert says that attack on Miedemar was deliberate and deserves a card. Yeah, it did deserve a card, but the referee's not going to book any Wolfsburg player. We can guarantee our first foul like that, we will get a yellow card. There's going to be 2 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. It was delayed, of course. And Wolfsburg are going to finish this half as they've played most of it in possession of the football. They have now got the ball in their own half with Heinrich. He goes forward, looking for a forward run there. But again, Arsenal a little bit sloppy at the back, a little bit slow to react, a little bit slow to the ball. Wolfsburg have got possession, have they? And there's actually an injury over on that far side. Looks like a groin injury for one of the Wolfsburg players who's gone down. I think it is Wasmus, actually, the goal scorer from last week. Is it possibly a hamstring injury? Robert says there, Williams and Moy have done above their expectations. Yeah, Williamson and Moy have been really good. Wilbur Moy has been brilliant, actually. Looks like Wolfsburg are going to have to make the substitution, actually, now. We've played a minute of stoppage time. There's going to be a bit more now due to this injury. As you can see, there's a player on the pitch. They're getting some treatment there for Wolfsburg as we head down towards the last few moments of this first half. Been a difficult first half for Arsenal, it has to be said. But it is only 1-0. Gilroyd with the goal. Arsenal have offered very, very little in the attacking sense. Regenda says a good tackle from Katie. Yeah, it was a decent tackle from Katie. And Robert says I think we're going to see a fight on the pitch before long. Well, we've seen one or two little moments already. They're very aggressive, Wolfsburg, aren't they? And they've been very aggressive. And in fact, it is going to be a substitution. In fact, it is Leitwayen who's going to be going off for Wolfsburg right at the very end of this first half. Looks like a groin or hamstring issue that she's got there, the German. She's going to be going off and her game is run. Leitwayen is going off and it is going to be Pop who is coming on, of course, the German national captain. Not a bad substitute to have, is it? We have now played over 2 minutes of stoppage time, of course. There's going to be a little bit more now due to that injury there. And Terry says good old Katie put one on Hoof. Yeah, she did. That's what you want to see. Regenda says, it's all that fouling has repercussions. Yeah, well, maybe it does. But anyway, it's an injury there. And Wolfsburg about to make a substitution. Arsenal now looking to maybe come forward at the end of this first half. A ball up the line by Katie McCabe looking for Stina Blackstenius. We look better with Katie McCabe on the left, actually. Frida Minor with ball over the top, looking for the run of Stina Blackstenius, but she's not going to get there. And in fact, Pop will just see that run behind for a goal kick. And surely now, we've played 3 minutes at the end of this first half. That is surely it. And it looks like it is going to stay 1-0 at half time, which doesn't look great because we're losing and we need to be better, but it could be a lot worse, couldn't it? We could easily be 2 or 3 goals behind. In fact, there goes a half-time whistle. It's been a very difficult first half for Arsenal. Really, really difficult. We struggled to get out of our own half for long spells in that game. We didn't really deal with set pieces particularly well, and it was a set piece that gave Wolfsburg that early goal after, 8 minutes of the game. It was a corner from the near side from Runch. Arsenal didn't really deal with it particularly well, and it was John's Dottier flicked the ball on, and Gilroyd had a simple finish from inside the 6-yard box to make it 1-0. Wolfsburg did have the ball in it again, actually, not long afterwards. It was a finish from last week's goal scorer, Wasmuth, inside the penalty area into the far corner, but she was offside. She looked a lot further offside than the replay showed. It took VAR about 5 minutes to reach the decision, and luckily that goal was disallowed. Rightly so, it was offside. It does remain 1-0 at half time, but Arsenal have very, very rarely threatened any sort of attacking play in that first half. Really, really difficult game it's been for Arsenal. The nearest we came to a goal was actually a shot from Steph Catley from the edge of the box, which went far too close to goalkeeper Schultz. In fact, it lacked power anyway and was never going to pose much of a threat. But that's about the only shot we've managed on target, actually, in that first half very, very rarely threatened at all. It's been a good first half from Wolfsburg. It's been a really poor first half from Arsenal. As things stand, we are about to get knocked out of the Champions League, but it is at half time. Wolfsburg 1, Arsenal 0. It is an aggregate of 2-1 to Wolfsburg. So we are still in this game. We are definitely still in this game. I've just got the stats up there. 54% possession for Wolfsburg. They've had 11 shots at goal, 3 on target. We've had 1 shot, 1 on target, which was that one from Steph Catley. They've had 5 corners, Wolfsburg, to our 1. We both had 1 offside each. Wolfsburg have had 244 passes. We've had 168. We've committed 4 fouls. They've committed 5. That's fouls that the referee's given. Wolfsburg have committed a lot more fouls than that. They just got away with most of them. Anyway, Terry says poor first half from us. Hopefully things improve drastically in the second half. Yeah, a bit like last week. We weren't as good in the first half. Second half we improved. Let's hope it's the same. Vijandra says, hey, the Wolfsburg fans are leaving. I'm sure they're just going to get warm, get a cup of tea. I'm sure they're not going home at this point. Robert says, have a cup of tea. Yeah, I'm going to pop and have a cup of tea in a minute. I will. Free Spirit says, I hope Arsenal do better second half. Yeah, we all do. We're all hoping. We'll have to wait and see. And Robert says, both wingers need to come off. What I would do personally, if I was Jonas at half time, I would be tempted to take Steph Catley off, put Katie McCabe at left back, bring on Caitlin Ford to play on the left hand side, maybe get Nikita Paris on the right hand side. Tobin Heath doesn't look fit. She's offered nothing in this first half. And that's maybe the way I would change it, but I wouldn't expect Jonas to make too many changes at half time. He doesn't normally, does he? I mean, it is only 1-0. We are still in it. Christopher says, let's hope the second half he'll make some changes in the goals, get into it. And then why is it referees and everyone our side for the ladies and the gents? Arsenal? Who knows why? There's something going on. But anyway, we can't blame the referee for that poor first half performance from Arsenal. Wolfsburg are much better than us. We need to get better in the second half. Robert says, why are they not on? Amazes me, shocking. Yeah, well, we'll see what happens in the second half, won't we? We'll see what Jonas does. He doesn't tend to make subs at half time, does he? So I wouldn't be surprised if we start the second half with the same players on the pitch and maybe make the substitutions a bit later. But we shall see what happens. Anyway, I am going to go and get a drink. Terry says there, to be fair, I'm surprised Ford didn't start. I don't think she's 100% fit because she's missed the last 2 games. So that's probably why she hasn't started. We'll have to see how fit she is, whether or not she's able to play a big part in the second half, because I think we need her on because she has been fantastic, hasn't she, in recent games. So anyway, I'll be back very, very shortly with the second half. Stay with me and I will give you a little bit of music to enjoy while we wait for the second half. See you very soon. We're back again for this second half. Hasn't started yet. It is still 1-0, of course, to Wolfsburg, as we said. There's been a few comments coming, actually. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, we had that one before. Robert says there, I don't agree to half the decisions alone. No, neither do I. Andreas says there, the best in the first half is that we've only conceded one goal. If we were 3-0 down, we couldn't complain. Absolutely right. We could easily have been 3-0 down. Obviously, the goal that was disallowed, numerous other chances that they had. Andreas says there, bring on Caitlin for Steph, get Katie back. Exactly, I would do that straight away. On Arsenal, we have 3 goals to score this half. Well, we're going to have to score 2 at some stage if we're going to go through. One would, of course, take it to extra time and then potentially penalties, which would be a lot of fun. I'm sure you would agree. But anyway, let's see exactly what happens in this second half. It's going to be very, very interesting to see if we make any changes tactically. I'm not sure if we'll make too many changes in terms of personnel yet. So that's not Andreas's style, is it? He doesn't tend to go out and make 3 or 4 changes at half time. I'm a little bit curious as to what it is in the centre circle. There's like 2 lines inside the centre circle. I don't know what that's all about. If it shows it on the screen, I'll put it on to show you. I don't know whether any of you guys know the reason behind those 2 lines that they've put there, which we don't normally see. Anyway, Arsenal coming out now for the second half there, as you can see. Noel Moritz, of course, against her former team. She was great last week, hasn't really managed to get forward at all in this game, as Arsenal been pinned back for most of that half. But let's hope for the second half will be a lot better. Lotta there, fantastic performance from her in that first half. Really, really good stuff from her. And we await Wolfsburg who's coming out as well for the second half. There are a few Arsenal fans actually in the stand. We just saw them there. And of course, that's the goal scorer, Jill Roord, with the goal, which at the moment is sending Wolfsburg into the semi-final against Barcelona. Of course, had 90-odd thousand, didn't they, last night at their game against Real Madrid. Very impressive that they were. They did win that game 5-2, 8-3 on aggregate. They beat Real Madrid. So whoever goes through in this game has got a tough semi-final coming up. We know that. They've already beaten us 8-1 on aggregate this season, haven't they, Barcelona, in the 2 group games. So we'll have to see what happens there. There is an Arsenal fan there in the crowd. There are 1 or 2 knocking around. There's them lines there in the centre circle. Look, I don't know what they're all about. Like, there's 2 lines. I'm not quite sure why. Anyway, there's another Arsenal fan there as well. I don't know if these are German fans or whether they are flown over from London. Anyway, Arsenal in their little huddle, lot to talk about. Viv has just come back onto the pitch. Hopefully she won't get quite so much rough treatment in the second half as she did in that first half, actually. Anyway, Arsenal are making a substitution. In fact, it's Tobin Heath that's going off, and it is Caitlin Ford coming on. Caitlin Ford coming on to the field. We was waiting for that substitution. It's Tobin Heath who's gone off. She had 0 influence in that game. I've always said that Tobin Heath has been a much better impact substitute to have on the pitch. Not quite as effective when she starts games, but she does come off the bench and do well. Hopefully, Caitlin Ford can have an impact from the bench in this game. So he did make a change at half-time. I think it was obvious it needed changing. Something needed changing. We said Caitlin Ford should have been the one, and it is Caitlin Ford who's come on for Tobin Heath, who was quite ineffective in that first half, along with the others, actually, to be fair. But it is only 1-0. It was 1-0 last week. We are back off and underway. Arsenal now attacking the goal to our right in the second half. See if we can find a way back into this game. Straight away, though, Viv loses the ball but then wins it back again. Again, there's too much space there for the Wolfsburg players, but Kim Little picks the ball up for Arsenal, plays the ball forward there, looking for the head of Viv, finds Frida Marnham, just keeps possession there, plays it back to Lotta Wubben-Moy. Can Arsenal produce a second half like they did last week? Start on the front foot and continue and create some chances and get a goal. Let's see what happens. But Wolfsburg now currently in possession, a long ball over the top there, looking to find Hoof over on that far side. She's had a lot of success against Catley. She's running up against her now, crossing towards the box. Jill Roord comes in. She can't get enough on it. Good defending there from Leah Williamson. And the ball's run through to Manu Zinsberger. That was the first opportunity in the second half. It just bounces off Gilroyd. They're good defending from Williamson. It looks as though the temperature's dropped a bit in this second half. Some of the players looking quite cold as we started the second half. Arsenal now over on that far side with Kim Little wins a throw for Arsenal. Kim Little there trying to raise the troops into a better performance in the second half, and we need to find something. So we need to find the form from last week, the second half from last week, because if we carry on like we did in that first half, we are not going to be going through. There's absolutely no doubt about that. But anyway, Manu Zinsberger now is currently in possession. As again, Arsenal lost the ball. We haven't actually started the second half much better than we did in the first half, to be fair. Anyway, coming forward again, Wolfsburg down this far side. A ball played low in towards the box. Frida Marnham reads that well, can try and bring it out. But again, she's lost possession, and Wolfsburg again have picked up the ball. It's been a very, very poor performances from Arsenal, and still it's not getting any better. It's still Wolfsburg in complete control of this game, knocking the ball around at the back now. Dominic Janssen plays it forward there. Williamson's there. Frida Marnham knocks it on. Stina Blackstenius tries to pick up the loose ball. She fouled. The referee says no. Unsurprisingly, and Wolfsburg again can come forward. But Kim Little, who's had a great game actually, her and Lotte Wubben-Moy have probably been the two best performances for Arsenal in this game so far tonight. But of course, it's not going to be good enough as things stand. We are coming forward now down this far side. This is Steph Catley, a ball played in, looking for Stina Blackstenius. It wasn't quite accurate enough. Again, Arsenal from a reasonably good position have given the ball away. And now Wolfsburg coming forward, the ball playing over the top. And Zinsberger's out of her goal there quickly, clears that ball away. It's going to be a throw to Wolfsburg on this near side. It was Johns Dottir again getting forward. She's looking a threat, isn't she, in this game? But Zinsberger is out quickly. But again, it's Wolfsburg in possession. Arsenal are hanging on, you have to say, in many ways in this game. But anyway, let's see if we can somehow manage to find a goal, which would change the whole complexion of this game, wouldn't it? Let's be honest. Rajendra says there, good change by Frida. It was a good change by Frida. But now Janssen in possession for Wolfsburg. The ball goes back to goalkeeper Schultz, who's not really been put under any pressure tonight at all. It's that one cross from Katie McKay where she looked a bit uncomfortable, actually. She ended up winning a free kick. Actually, Wolfsburg giving the ball away to Maritz into Steen, and now she tries to knock it to Katie McCabe, who's actually playing on the right-hand side again in this second half. And Arsenal want to throw now in the attacking third of the pitch. Let's see if we can string together a decent run of a decent spell of possession, start to create one or two chances to score. Maritz is going to take this throw-in against her former club, of course. She did win the Champions League with Wolfsburg, the only Arsenal player on this pitch to have won that competition. Now, shot comes in from McKay from the edge of the box. It was blocked, and Gilroyd now can pick it up for Wolfsburg. She wasn't particularly effective in last week's game, but she's played well tonight, Gilroyd. She's got the goal that at the moment separates the teams. Steph Catley there does well defensively. The ball's gone out for a throw to Wolfsburg off Wasmus, who of course scored that goal last week at the Emirates. The header that gave Wolfsburg the lead, of course, then. Robert says, if we lose this game, I'll blame the manager. He's not getting the best from this team. Well, I mean, is he? Or is this the best this team have got against opposition as good as this? That's what we've got to ask ourselves as well. It's all very well saying we're not good enough, but this is a very, very good side, and it's a good lesson for us. Don't forget, this is Jonas's first season as manager. There's a lot of new players in the team. I think the team's learning and growing, and I think that these experiences are going to help us going forward. And if we can somehow manage to come through this game, which we're still well in this game, Caitlin Ford now battling away for the ball, much more physical opponent for Wolfsburg. She finds Noel Maritz down this near side. This is better from Arsenal. Frida Marnham now plays the ball back into the centre circle to Wubben-Moy and now to Williamson, and she plays it back to Frida Marnham on this near side for Arsenal. A good run off the ball there from Stina Blackstenius, but instead the ball goes to Katie McCabe and now Kim Little. So this is better from Arsenal. We just needed a little bit of possession, and we've just got a little bit of possession now. This is better play, or almost a ball threaded through there from Viv, looking for the run there of Katie McCabe. Viv tries to win it back, and that's a good tackle there by Katie McCabe on Janssen, I think it was. Anyway, the ball fell to Jill Royd over on that far side, the goal scorer, former Arsenal player, of course. Robert says there, but Richie leaves the best players on the bench. Well, he doesn't leave the best players on the bench, does he? He picks a team that he thinks can start the game well, and it so happened that today it didn't quite work, did it? I personally would always leave Tobin Heath on the bench because she's a great impact sub. Anyway, Miedemar now have a little bit of space for the first time on the edge of the box for Arsenal. Goes past one challenge, gets into the box, but again, a Wolfsburg defender is across there. Leah Williamson steps in twice, and in fact, she's won a free kick, Leah Williamson. And Rajendra says they're learning from the Wolfsburg tackle. Yeah, maybe. It was a foul there, actually, by Wasmus on Williamson. Arsenal taking that free kick quickly over on that far side. That's Caitlin Ford. Good to see her back in the team, actually, following a little injury. She has come on at half-time for Tobin Heath, playing over on that far side. Arsenal's left. Wilbur Moy now plays it square to Leah Williamson. Can Arsenal find the goal to bring us level? That ball played through to Stina now on this near side. Stina Blackstenius on the edge of the penalty area. Can she get the ball into the box? She's got two defenders in front of her. Instead, it's Noel Moritz coming forward. Noel Moritz has done well. Can she get the ball across? And in fact, the referee has given a free kick for a non-existent foul on Dominic Janssen. All Noel Moritz done there was try to win it. In fact, did she foul her? You can understand why it's been given. Very, very soft. Moritz doesn't think it was a foul. Anyway, it is a free kick to Wolfsburg. It seems every time we get anywhere near their goal, the referee's going to give Wolfsburg a free kick. But anyway, that was taken quickly. It's the sort of challenge that Wolfsburg have been doing us all night. We do one back, and straight away the referee gives a free kick. You saw the foul stats at half-time. Arsenal committed more fouls than Wolfsburg in that first half. Well, committed more fouls, more free kicks that they conceded. Because Wolfsburg are getting away with their fouls, aren't they? Anyway, Wolfsburg are coming forward again now. Again, good defending from Lotta Wilbur-Moy. Steps in there with a good tackle. Headed there from Williamson. But this is another attack from Wolfsburg. A shot there from the edge of the box. Gone high over the crossbar. That was Wasmus there with the effort. The ball fell kind of to the edge of the box, and she's wildly hit that high and wide. We've played 53 minutes. Terry says, is that not the peace symbol in the centre circle? Well, there's not been much peace going on in this game, is there? For our defence. I mean, if it is, that's just mental. But anyway, there's too much politics in football. It needs to go. Football's about sport and just getting on with sport. We don't want to keep having political broadcasts every game. And get on with the sport. Robert says there, Wolfsburg are playing for the foul. Smudge their makeup and they fall over crying. Well, no, they are. And we can't get away with any fouls because as soon as we commit a foul, the referee gives a free kick, whereas they've got away with several in that first half, certainly. Wolfsburg coming forward again, which is better from Arsenal now in the second half. We've settled down a little bit more. We're playing a little bit better. We're still not really threatening the goal enough at this stage, but we're certainly playing better in the second half. We've played nearly 10 minutes. It is still Wolfsburg 1, Arsenal 0, but we've certainly played a lot better. Robert says, well said, Rich, no politics in sport. Well, there's too much of it. There's been too much of it for the last 2 years. We need to stamp it out. Everyone's got their own political views and everyone should be allowed, and we shouldn't all be forced to have the same political views as what they want you to have. All this taking the knee business. Now they've got a peace symbol in the centre circle. Let us decide what we want to support and what we don't. Don't force it on us constantly. What we want to support here is an Arsenal women's goal, and Viv has then just won a free kick on this near side. Another foul there given away from Oberdorf there, the German defender, who's certainly taken no prisoners in this game at all. But anyway, Arsenal have got a free kick now, so Wolfsburg are going to have to do a little bit more defending, certainly a lot more defending than they've had to do so far in this game. Leah Williamson going to take this free kick, goes long towards the edge of the penalty, looking for Caitlin Ford over on that far side, but it just runs away from her. And Rajendra says, yeah, Wolfsburg fouling energy is running out. Maybe it is. I don't know. We've certainly been better so far in the second half. We certainly could have been a lot worse, let's be honest. We have improved, and hopefully we can find a way to get a goal. That was a poor clearance actually from the German goalkeeper there, which Katie McCabe has picked up on this near side for Arsenal. This is better play from Katie McCabe. Maritz there in to Stina Blackstone. She tried to turn away from two defenders. And that's a long ball over the top there from Leah Williams. It's actually going to fall to Viv Miedemeier. Oh, it's first time shot from a very tight angle. She couldn't keep it down. It's gone over the top and wide. But that was a little bit better from us. A little bit fortunate maybe the way the ball came across there. Viv got in behind, very tight angle. She couldn't quite squeeze it in at that near post. Would have been a cracking goal, wouldn't it, if she'd managed to do it. But she couldn't quite direct it on target. But again, that's better from Arsenal. We're winning the ball back higher up the pitch now. We're causing Wolfsburg a few problems. And the goalkeeper there has just kicked it straight out for a throw to Arsenal on this near side in the attacking third. Katie McCabe takes it into the penalty area. It's into Stina Blackstone in front of goal. Sorry, with Miedemeier in front of goal. As she shoots on the turn there, and actually it's gone behind. I think it's going to be a goal kick. Again, this is much better from Arsenal. You have to say a lot better. That was a throw there from Katie McCabe. Found Viv Miedemeier inside the penalty area. She was trying to turn away from the defender. In fact, it's been given as a foul. She couldn't quite turn the ball goalwards. It was given as another foul. And again, Wolfsburg managed to get the ball away. But this is much better from Arsenal. It has to be said. Much better. Leah Williamson there dinks the ball forward for Kim Little, tries to head it on over to the far side. She has done, finds Caitlin Ford. Kim Little's gone ahead of her over on that far side. Kim Little now for Arsenal. This is much better from Arsenal's women in this second half. We've played 57 minutes. We still haven't quite managed to get a shot on target in the second half as yet. And we have now won a corner over on that far side. Is this now an opportunity for Arsenal to get themselves level in this game? Could be a real game changer in this whole tie. Steph Catley there getting forward has helped us to win this corner. Again, Arsenal lining up in their train formation just on the edge of the penalty area. 4 players in a line. It's going to be Frida Marnham with this set piece delivery. Let's hope it's a good ball in towards the near post. It wasn't a good ball, easily headed out by Wolfsburg. Not quite sure why Frida Marnham was taking that set piece. Surely you got to put Katie McCabe on it there. Anyway, Zinsberg has now got the ball, plays it forward to Leah Williamson on this near side. She plays it back to Maritz, who's playing almost as a centre-back at this moment in time. She now goes back to her normal position at right-back. Lotta Woober-Moy plays the ball over to the far side. That's a good ball to Caitlin Ford. She does well to keep it in under pressure. She does really well, Caitlin Ford. You can see her physical presence, her physical attributes have really helped in this second half. Toverleaf was getting bullied off the ball far too easily in that first half. And Caitlin Ford is proving to be a lot more of a tricky customer. And she held the ball up really well there. Viv now again, every time she gets the ball, she's got a player right up behind her, making it really difficult for her to turn and get a pass away. But that's Frida Marnham plays the ball again at the far side. It's flicked on by Noel Maritz looking for Caitlin Ford on that far side. In fact, it was Catley who flicked it on. Caitlin Ford with that throw there to Stina Blackstone as she plays it back to Kim Little. This is a good run from Kim Little down the far side. Brilliant from Kim Little. She finds Stina Blackstone on the edge of the penalty. Can she get a shot away? She's got now Maritz here on this near side. Maritz, can she get a shot away? She dinks it in towards the far post. Goalkeeper drops it. Goes back across the goal. At the far post, it was Viv. Couldn't quite put it in. The goalkeeper looks really uncertain. A few times the ball's come into the box there. It was Noel Maritz with a cross this time. The goalkeeper flapped at it, missed it completely. That looks like a corner. Is that not a corner? That's not a foul on the goalkeeper there. No way is that a foul. In fact, it wasn't a corner, was it? It went wide straight away off Viv. But the goalkeeper's looking very shaky. We need to get more crosses in the box. We need to put her under pressure because she's certainly not looking comfortable at all, is she? We've played nearly 60 minutes. It's much better from Arsenal since half-time. Jonas' substitution and the words he said have certainly had an effect again, as indeed it did last week. We've not been quite as smooth in our attacking play as we were in the second half last week, but we've certainly been a lot better. We've been the better team since half-time, but we can't quite manage to fashion a really good opportunity to get this goal. And Wolfsburg have certainly been nowhere near as efficient on the ball either. They've just given it away again. Leah Williamson now in possession just outside the Arsenal penalty area. Plays it in to Kim Little, who's run just a moment ago, created some havoc in that Wolfsburg defence. Now Lotta Woober-Moy striding forward for Arsenal. 2 good games from her in this Champions League. Now Frida Minor plays up this near side to Katie McCabe. Katie McCabe's done really well. Katie McCabe on the edge of the penalty. She's going to get a shot away. Oh, she tried to thread it across the box. And in the end, she should have maybe tried a shot. She looked for Stina instead. And in the end, the attack came to nothing. Jill Rod now on a counter-attack. This is going to be the danger as Arsenal push on the counter-attack. Johns Dottir now on this near side. She goes past Noel Moritz, does she? In towards the near post. Good defending again from Arsenal. That was Leah Williamson. As Wolfsburg looking for that second goal, which they couldn't get last week and they were made to pay. Is the same going to happen again? It was good play from Johns Dottir, but Leah Williamson was in there to cut the ball out as Rasmus looked to attack that near post. Here's a throw to Wolfsburg on this near side, about 10 yards in from the corner flag. It's going to be Johns Dottir with it. Goes long towards the inside the penalty. It's headed away by Steph Catley, not very far. It comes to Hoof on the edge of the penalty. Hoof tries to get a shot away. Great defending there from Kim Little. The two captains there going head to head, but still Wolfsburg with the ball. This is their best spell so far in this second half. So they look to get that second goal, but Arsenal defending a lot better now. On this near side, it's Ranch with the ball. She plays it back to Janssen. And she goes back to goalkeeper Schultz. As Wolfsburg look to take the sting out of what's been a much better response from Arsenal in this second half. We've looked a lot more dangerous. We've kept the ball a lot better. And we've stood up to the physical challenge of Wolfsburg. And we have had one or two little moments, not quite a good opportunity to score, but we certainly looked a lot more dangerous, a lot more of a threat since half-time. The substitution of Caitlin Ford has made a big difference, actually, over on that left-hand side. She's offered a lot more of a physical threat. We've put Wolfsburg under much more pressure, and it has led to a much better second half from Arsenal. But it is a free kick again to Arsenal now on halfway. Leah Williamson is about to take this for Arsenal. In fact, it's just inside the Arsenal half. It was a foul on Noel Moritz. We've played now 62 minutes. That's a good ball looking for Katie McCabe. But again, it's a foul this time by Katie McCabe. There's been a lot of fouls in this game, a lot of free kicks, and it is a free kick now to Wolfsburg. Katie McCabe is smiling about that one. I don't think she's quite sure how that was given as a free kick. Both players went for the ball. Anyway, it's been given and it's been taken quickly over on that far side now. Arsenal this time putting Wolfsburg under pressure, trying to force a mistake. Janssen now for Wolfsburg in the green, all green kit. Ball up the line there. Moritz does really well. The ball goes out of play off Johns Dottir, who is complaining about the service to her there. Stina Blackstenius does well initially, but then can't keep possession of the ball. And now Wolfsburg have got an attack down that far side. Can Steph Catley get across there first? Yes, she can. On Hoof. Good play there by Steph Catley, and the throw's gone out. Catley pulled it off the German, but it didn't. In fact, it's going to be a throw to Wolfsburg on that far side. Good defending though from Steph Catley. In fact, it did look as though it did come off Hoof, actually. I think the linesman got that wrong, or the Lions person, the Lions woman, shall we say, got that wrong. She's given the throw to Wolfsburg, but anyway, let's hope that it doesn't come back to haunt us, because it's been a good response from Arsenal in the second half. You have to say, a much better performance. And let's hope we can find a goal from somewhere. But so far, it's still Wolfsburg 1, Arsenal 0, and it's 2-1 in aggregate to Wolfsburg. But we are well in this game. A lot better second half. It's been so far 64.5 minutes played. Arsenal have now got a goal kick. It was Ubersdorf there, who couldn't tried to win a corner actually off Steph Catley. It's gone out for a goal kick. And again, Zinsberger doesn't take it actually. It's like, I'm sure she may be having an injury. Miedemine have a little bit of space in midfield, plays the ball out that far side to Stina Blackstenius. Tries to play the ball in first time, looking for Kate McCabe. Maybe she could have taken an extra touch. And Wolfsburg do manage to get the ball away. Stina maybe not quite as comfortable out in that wide position out on that left-hand side. She's better off getting on the end of crosses rather than putting crosses in. And that one didn't come to anything for Arsenal. But again, it's a lot better. But we still don't really look like we're going to score a goal. Like in last week's game in the second half, we played well and you could see a goal coming. We did, in fact, have one disallowed, didn't we, early in the second half. In this second half, although we've improved, You can't see where the goal's coming from at this stage, but you never know. It only takes one little moment. We've run the ball back again with Noel Moritz now. Frida Marlon plays it square to Kim Little. Is this going to be the moment for Arsenal? Kim Little on the edge of the penalty area. She plays it to Caitlin Ford outside into the near post. Stina's in there, looped up and over the top. In fact, it's deflected behind it. Is going to be a corner to Arsenal. That was much, much better from Arsenal. This was a good attack there. Kim Little it was there. Played it out to that far side. It was Steph Catley. Drilled it into the near post. And it was deflected there. Stina Blackstenius' effort at that near post there. She couldn't quite get around it. Good defending from Janssen it was. It has gone out for a corner to Arsenal. This is much better. Again, it's the train formation just on the edge of the penalty area for Arsenal. Very, very strange formation. Can we get the goal? Frida Marlon's corner this time towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Lots of women Moyes there with the header. It's cleared away by Wolfsburg. This is much, much better, as Terry says there in the chat. It is much better. It is indeed. Suddenly we look up for this game. Suddenly we look more dangerous. And we have now had one or two opportunities to score, which we didn't have in that first half. That corner there, it was lots of Wubenmoy on the end of it there. She couldn't quite get enough power on it. And in the end, it was Jill Rohde, I think, who managed to clear it away. But this is much better from Arsenal. Can we find the goal? Stina Blackstenius steps in there, wins the ball back for Arsenal from that throw. Now it's come into midfield. Caitlin Ford lays it off to Kim Little. Steph Catley's going outside of Kim Little inside the penalty area for Arsenal. Again, she's won a corner. This is great stuff from Arsenal. This is much better. Kim Little again driving us forward. A real captain's performance from her in this game, especially in this second half. She's driving us on. Good play from Stina earlier on in that move to win the ball back. Can we get the goal? The last corner, we almost got an opportunity for Lotte Wubenmoy. Are we going to find one? Again, it's that train formation that hasn't quite worked yet. Christopher says there, come on, you Gunners, let's get this goal. Let's get it from this corner. Good ball in. Oh, it's too close to the goalkeeper. Schultz, who's come out and grabbed that. And unfortunately, we're not going to get the goal from that particular set piece. Didn't quite work there. But this has been a good second half. And Arsenal putting Wolfsburg under pressure again. This is what we did last week. I don't know why it has to take us until the second half to do this. We showed that when we put them under pressure, we can be dangerous against them. We can force mistakes. And that's what we've done since half-time. Wubenmoy now comes across there. Oh, a little bit of a loose back pass, but it will find Zinsberger, who clears away towards halfway. Kim Little's underneath this ball. It does bounce to Stina Blackstenius, who's not managed to get it under control, actually. It's lofted forward by Steph Catley. Stina working hard to try and win it back. In fact, she's done well there, Stina Blackstenius. She has won the ball back again. Brilliant play from her. And now it's going to be Wubenmoy bringing the ball forward for Arsenal. Plays it square to Leah Williamson. This is good from Arsenal. A long ball over the top looking for Caitlin Ford over on that far side. It almost finds her as well. But it was a good header at full stretch, actually, from Wilms. And the ball played back to goalkeeper Schultz. Oh, and nearly a loose pass there, actually. And good pressure again from Caitlin Ford. She's made a massive difference since half-time, you have to say. And again, Arsenal stepping in and winning the ball almost there. Almost Wubenmoy. She's going to have to get back in position, though, as Wolfsburg come forward over this near side with Ronch. She finds Johnsdottir. Good play defensively by Katie McCabe. In fact, a mixture of her and Maritz there. In fact, Katie McCabe does win the ball. She manages to prevent a corner as well. Finds Maritz again. That's good play from Arsenal. Now, Leah Williamson inside the penalty area. Plays it out to this near side to Katie McCabe. This time she goes long. That's a good ball, actually, to Viv. On the half turn, she can put Caitlin Ford away down that far side. Is this going to be the moment for Arsenal? Caitlin Ford slides it into Wolfstina Blackstenius. It's not the best ball, and it just gets away there from the Swede. In fact, I think it may have been an offside against Caitlin Ford in the build-up to that attack. In the end, didn't come to anything. I think it's going to be a free kick to Wolfsburg there. Again, Stina Blackstenius not really getting the service that she needs. In fact, Arsenal make another substitution now. It's going to be Katie McCabe going off and Nikita Paris coming on. In fact, Jordan Nobbs is going to come on as well. Katie McCabe was a little bit vexed there to be taken off, doesn't she? But Nikita Paris is on. She's going to play over on that right-hand side. I thought Nobbs was coming on. In fact, Nobbs is coming on for Frida Marlon. And Frida Marlon did well as well. And now Jordan Nobbs is on, and hopefully Jordan Nobbs can make a big impact in this game. So we've certainly brought some more attacking players on, haven't we? Paris and Jordan Nobbs now is one of those two players going to get us this goal or help us to create the goal that is going to keep us in this Champions League. Free kick there from Wolfsburg. Played it back to goalkeeper Schultz. Blackstenius there tries to close down Schultz, but she goes long. And that header's just going to run through to Zinsberger. In fact, Wubben-Moy gets there first. Wubben-Moy turns and brings the ball forward for Arsenal. That's a long ball forward there, looking for Nikita Parris on this near side. She's playing on the right in place of Katie McCabe. But Wolfsburg do pick that ball up now inside the centre circle. This is better from Arsenal. Jordan Nobbs there battling away. We've got a lot more physical presence on this pitch now. Now it's Jonsdottir though for Wolfsburg on this near side. She's had a good game. The young Icelandic forward player now. Ball played in to midfield. But that's a good play again. It was pop there. It was lost out to Kim Little. Kim Little does really well again. She runs into trouble there and the referee doesn't give a free kick. It's going to be an opportunity for Wolfsburg to get the second goal. It's good play actually running across the penalty area from Hoof. Williamson steps in and will clear this away for Arsenal, but not very far actually. It was good play that from Hoof. She ran across from right to left. But Wolfsburg picked possession up again on this near side. It's now Pop, the German captain, plays the ball to Jonsdottir on his near side. Can she get past Marit? She can. Oh, it's nearly an own goal. In fact, it is an own goal. It's a disaster. It's Leah Williamson with the own goal there. The cross from Jonsdottir from the near side, in at the near post. Williamson tried to cut it out. She got a touch onto it and it's gone past Williams. And it is now 2-0 to Wolfsburg. Is that going to be the goal that knocks us out? You have to say, with what, under 20 minutes to play, are we going to score 2 goals? This is the move again. The ball played to Jonsdottir there. She got past Marit. Williamson there deflected the ball in at the near post. A disappointing moment there for Leah Williamson. Is this going to be the end of the Champions League road for Arsenal? Unfortunate goal that was, it has to be said. Really was an unfortunate goal, but it's going to be the goal that probably makes a difference in this game. Unlucky that was there. And Terry says no, 2-0. Robert says, oops, we really are missing Beth Mead big time. We are indeed. Oh no, we still need to get 3 goals. Well, we need to get 2 to take it in to extra time. Well, it's now a challenge, says Andy. Well, it is indeed a challenge. It's more than a challenge. We have been better in the second half now. Noel Moritz down his near side. Plays that ball across the box. They're looking for Nikita Parris. There's a mistake at the back, is there? Nikita Parris, can she win the ball inside the penalty area? No, she can't quite. Wolfsburg do manage to get the ball away. We need a goal quickly to give us a chance. There's no away goals, of course, now. So if we did get these 2 goals, it would just go to extra time and then it would go to penalties if that was how it finished. But we need to get 1 goal first before we can get 2. Noel Moritz now down this near side. Can she get a crossing? We've got players in the box. The cross is deflected. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal. Andreas says there, that's it. Bye-bye Champions League. Well, no, not yet. Come on. We've still got 15, 16 minutes to play. We've got a corner. If we can get a goal back quickly, you never know. The second half has been much, much better, but we need a goal from somewhere. Are we going to get one from this corner? Again, we've got the train formation on the edge of the box. Steph Catley's going to take this corner, whereas she won't be allowed to take it yet because the referee is sorting out 1 or 2 little issues inside the box now. Catley can take this corner, swinging it in towards the near post, and it comes in. It's hit the bar. A second chance comes in from Nobbs, and that's in. Surely that was in. I don't think it's been given. Still, Wolfsburg haven't got it clear. The first header came back off the crossbar. The second effort from, I think it might have been Nikita Parris, looked as though it had gone in. The goalkeeper scrambled it away. Did it cross the line? Cross comes in again towards the 6-yard box, and it's going to be headed behind. It's another corner. Did that cross the line? It couldn't have done. I'm sure there's goal line technology here. We'll have a look at it again. It was a dangerous ball into the box there. The header comes in, hits the bar from Viv. It was Williamson with a second header. Looked as though that was definitely going in. The goalkeeper's just got a hand to it, pushed it onto the inside of the post. That is so unlucky, that is there. And then finally, Wolfsburg managed to scramble it clear. Wow. And we've got another corner. We did nearly score from the last one. If we get a goal now, who knows? It could be a real thrilling final 15 minutes here in Germany. We're so close there. Steph Catley again with the ball in towards the near post. Header comes in again. This time, Wolfsburg managed to get it away. Jordan Nobbs hooks it back in. It's flicked on by Nikita Parris, and now Wolfsburg are going to look to try to launch a counter-attack. Terry says there, how did we not score? Very, very unlucky that was there. Magenta says their right back has been very good. Yes, he was very good last week as well. Robert says the away goals not count here. No, away goals have been from the men's and the women's Champions League. There's no away goals this season. So if we get it back to 2-2, it would be extra time and then potentially penalties. But anyway, we're not going to get a lot closer, are we? We hit the woodwork twice there in the same move. So unlucky there. Just when we needed a goal straight back as well, we came so close to getting it there. We certainly deserve a goal in the second half. There's no doubt about that, but we do need two. The ball played out to this far side to Caitlin Ford. She's definitely made an impact since the second half. Caitlin Ford now cuts in, plays the ball in to Jordan Nobbs. Oh, Jordan Nobbs slips there just at a crucial moment, and Jill Ward can take the ball off, and that was unfortunate there. Jordan Nobbs was almost in there with an opportunity to keep that attack going, but she just slipped over at a crucial moment. And Wolfsburg have now got the ball clear, but not very far. Wubenmoy again with the header. But again, Wolfsburg pick up the second ball. Now looking to come forward down that far side. Leah Williamson steps in. She'll be desperate. She almost came back with a goal there following her own goal. Now Stina Blackstenius on this near side. Tries to get clear there of a defender, but there's two defenders there. And in the end, Wilms can get the ball clear. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal over on the far side. Oh, it's not. It's been kept in. And Wolfsburg can actually build an attack instead. Time is running out for Arsenal. We've played 77 minutes here in Wolfsburg. It is Wolfsburg 2, Arsenal 0. That's 3-1 on aggregate. If Arsenal can get a goal back, though, it would certainly make it a very, very interesting last few moments of this game. That cross there from Pop goes far too close to Zinsberger. That second goal, so unlucky as well. The own goal from Leah Williamson, deflecting that cross into the net at the near post. Wolfsburg are going to be making a substitution now. It's going to be Parjors coming on for them. Not sure who's going off at this stage. Arsenal in possession with Kim Little. Plays the ball in to Viv. That's a lovely flick. Can Jordan Nobbs get there? No, she can't. But the balls fell back to Kim Little. Plays out to the far side to Caitlin Ford. She's got Stina ahead of her down that far side. Can she keep it in? No, she can't. And now maybe going to be the opportunity for Wolfsburg to make that substitution. And in fact, Arsenal are going to make a substitution. Laura Wainroffer is coming on. And it is going to be a substitution for Wolfsburg first. It is going to be, I'm not quite sure who's going off at this stage. It's definitely Parjo coming on. And it is John Stottier, the Icelandic player. A great game actually for Wolfsburg tonight on that left-hand side. But it's Parjo's come on for her. It was her cross, of course, John Stottier, that led to that own goal from Leah Williamson. And Noel Moritz has come off now, looking frustrated against her former club, of course. And it is Laura Wainroffer who has come on as Arsenal look to try to get a goal back in these closing stages, which could make a difference. There's 12 minutes to play. Catley now coming forward over on that far side. She does well. In fact, she may have been fouled, but she has found Caitlin Ford, whose cross is deflected, but only as far as Kim Little. Regina says that we need to get Dottier from them. Yeah, she had a good game, didn't she, John Dottier? She looks a very young player, and she's done well, but Steph Catley's currently got an injury to her knee, and she's going to require some treatment, I think. You can see there she's got a knee. You have to say it's been a good response from Arsenal in the second half. It's looking very, very much like we're going to come up just short in this game. We've got just over 10 minutes of normal time to play. There's going to be some stoppage time now, as Catley there was actually fouled, but the referee didn't give a foul. And now she's down, getting some treatment, as you can see on the pitch. Leah Williamson, with that unfortunate own goal, has come over to the near side. She looks frustrated there, chatting to Jonas. Not quite sure what that conversation is about there. But it was Leah Williamson's unfortunate own goal there at the near post, trying to cut that cross out, deflect it into her own net. And is that going to be that for us tonight? I don't know whether or not he wanted to take maybe Leah Williamson off, and she said that she's all right. But Steph Catley is back on her feet again. She's gone over to this near far side, as indeed you have to do, don't you, when you've received some treatment. But Wolfsburg are now 10 minutes away from the semi-final of the Champions League. or can Arsenal stage a dramatic comeback? We've scored a lot of late goals this season. Of course, it was a late goal last week, the last minute. And Wolfsburg have conceded a lot of late goals in the Champions League this season. Can we get some drama here at the end of this game? Viv then tries to play it back to Nikita Paris, and Wolfsburg now on the counter-attack. Ball played through. That looks offside from Wasmus there. Brilliant defending from Leah Williamson. Now she finds Lotte Wubben-Moy. Plays the ball into midfield to Jordan Nobbs. Can Arsenal find a goal to lead the comeback? But Jordan Nobbs gives the ball away. It's going to be Oberdorf there with a shot from distance. Comfortable save in the end for Zinsberger. We've got 9 minutes of normal time remaining. Can Arsenal find a way back into this game? We probably do deserve a goal for this second half performance, it has to be said. But that unfortunate own goal from Leah Williamson may well be the moment that has finished this tie and sent Wolfsburg through to the semi-finals at our expense. Williamson there with the ball out to that far side, looking for Caitlin Ford, but again it's cut out well by the Wolfsburg defence. Arsenal now got a throw, which Catley takes on that far side. She finds Kim Little, the captain. Plays it into Jordan Nobbs. Gives it back to the captain, Kim Little. Plays it up to Caitlin Ford, does well. Caitlin Ford holds the ball up, finds Kim Little again. Now Caitlin Ford again turns away from the Wolfsburg's defender. She's done well. Caitlin Ford, she's had a good second half actually since she's come on. Really impressed with her battling away over on that far side. She does really well. She finds Kim Little again. But Arsenal being forced backwards, not able to really get in behind that Wolfsburg defence. Wubben-Moy now plays the ball to this near side to Wainwright. That's a good ball in towards Nikita Paris, trying to get on the end of it. Can Arsenal win a throw? We can win a throw. Laura Wainwright is going to take this. Arsenal need a goal very soon if we're going to stage any sort of dramatic comeback. Wainwright again. Can she get a cross in? She's deflected behind. Is it? Doesn't go behind. It's still in the 6-yard box. Can Arsenal get on the end of it? No, they can't. Comes to the edge of the box. Kim Little fires a shot in. It hits the defender. Oberstdorf goes to the far side to Steph Catley. Surely that's a foul on her there. It is a foul. Arsenal going to have a free kick in a dangerous position over on that far side. Catley's fouled again. That was a foul by Wasmus. Isaac says there, this manager cannot help Arsenal. Well, I think that's a little bit harsh. We're in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, semi-finals of the FA Cup, and we are 1 point off the top of the WSL. And he says there, how can you have these players and play with fear? I don't think we play with fear. I think we've come up against a very good team, and we've given it a really good go in the second half. Now let's get a goal here. Steph Catley with his free kick over on that far side. We've been dangerous from set pieces. We came very, very close to a goal, didn't we, from a corner about 5 minutes ago. If we can get a goal now, who knows? Maybe the comeback would be on. Wolfsburg would certainly get nervous, wouldn't they? It needs a good delivery, this, from Steph Catley from that far side. We've got plenty of players just on the edge of the 6-yard box. The ball comes in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. The goalkeeper comes and gets that. Not a great free kick. Needed to be further away that from the goalkeeper. She throws it out now. Wolfsburg looking on the counter-attack to try to get a goal, but Wubben-Moy there again. Brilliant defending from her. Plays the ball forward. Nikita Paris isn't going to get there. And Wolfsburg can play the ball out from the back fairly comfortably. Now it's a substitute there. Pardew plays the ball forward, but she was offside. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Rajendra says there, Isaac is a Spurs fan. I'm sure he isn't a Spurs fan. I can understand his frustration, but I don't think we've played with fear. I think we've just come up against a very good team in that first half. And in the second half, we've given it a lot more of a go. And we've been unfortunate. We've been unfortunate not to get a goal. And then that own goal was really unlucky, wasn't it? And that could be the moment that ends up costing us this Champions League tie. But at least we've had a good go in the second half. We've given it everything. And it looks like we may well just come up short in the end. But you have to say Wolfsburg are a very good team. You look at their record in Europe over the last few years, they've been impressive. They've won the Champions League a lot of times, and you can see that experience has maybe got them over the line in these two games. We've played well at times, certainly in the second half last week. We've played well in the second half this week. It's not quite been enough so far. Blomqvist is now coming on, and it's Oberdorf who's going off for Wolfsburg. And Blomqvist is coming on for them. That's another change for Wolfsburg, defensive change for them. Arsenal again have won the ball back well. Steph Catley had a much better second half, like most of them have actually. Williamson now, is her own goal going to be crucial? That's a long ball forward looking for Catley forward over on that far side. But again, Wolfsburg defend it, and they now try to look to come forward themselves. On the near side, this is a substitute, Blomqvist, who's just come on, having a run at Laura Weinroffer. Of course, knows the Bundesliga very well, having played for Hoffenheim, of course, earlier this season. In fact, she scored an own goal for Arsenal, didn't she, in that game just before Christmas, the last group game, where we lost 4-1 in Germany. So Germany hasn't been a happy hunting ground for us, has it, in the Champions League this season? Unless we can find something dramatic here. We are now into the last 3.5 minutes of normal time. That went out there, surely. It did. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal. Is there time? Is there going to be time for Arsenal to get a late, dramatic comeback here? 86.5 minutes played. We'll play that line to Stina Blackstone, looking for Nikita Pass. Nikita Pass has won the ball. She's done well. If she finds Jordan Nobbs, there's space over on that far side for Steph Catley. Getting forward again, finds fellow Australian Caitlin Ford over on that far side, just inside the penalty area. Caitlin Ford tries to get across it. It's blocked twice, actually, by the defender. It's gone out there. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal over on the far side. Isaac says another frustrating season. Miedemar again. She leaves to Barcelona. Well, we don't know yet. Let's wait and see. It's certainly not been decided yet, has it? And we still might get something from this game and from this season. We've got a corner again over on that far side, which again, Steph Catley is going to take. It needs to be a good delivery. Again, this time an outswing at the edge of the 6-yard box. Goes all the way through. Is it going to fall to Nikita Paris? No, it doesn't. It's cleared away by the Wolfsburg defence. But again, Arsenal won it back. Lee Williamson with a shot from distance, straight at goalkeeper Schultz. You have to say at least Arsenal are going to go in this second half. We've given it everything. We've just not quite been good enough. And it's looking very much as though we are going to get knocked out. Loki says Kim Little is a class above. Yeah, Kim Little is fantastic, isn't she? Brilliant, brilliant player. She's had a great game tonight again. But unfortunately, it's looking very much like it's not going to quite be enough for Arsenal. Looks like we are going to go out of this competition at the quarter-final stage once again, as indeed we did the last time we were in it 2 years ago. Caitlin Ford now. She's got Jordan Nobbs just outside her. Arsenal looking for something here. Ball played in towards Nikita Paris. Inside the penalty. Nikita Paris. God, surely that's a penalty. It's got to be. The referee says no. That is unbelievable there. That's got to be a penalty, surely. In fact, I think it's gone to VAR. It has gone to VAR. We may well have a penalty here. Dramatic stuff. This is the incident there. Paris there definitely gets the ball. She's definitely clipped. That's got to be a penalty. Absolutely, 100% nailed on penalty. For every other team in the world, that's a penalty. It's got to be a penalty. Booking for the goalkeeper. But is the referee is VAR going to give it? The referee didn't give it initially. The goalkeeper is saying no. Robert says there that was a penalty. Indeed, it was a penalty. It should be a penalty. And if VAR are on their game, it will be a penalty to Arsenal in the 88th, 89th minute of this game. I don't see how that isn't a penalty. I cannot see how that isn't a penalty. The goalkeeper's shaking her head, but I'm sorry, you caught her. And oh, what a surprise. Guess what? It's not given. It is not given as a penalty. Is anybody surprised about that? Because I'm not. So corrupt. Football is just corrupt. UEFA are corrupt. There's no doubt about it. Absolutely nailed on penalty. You saw that for yourself. I showed you the replay. Defo penalty. And as Toby said, of course they'll not give it because it's corrupt. Absolutely corrupt. That's the most blatant penalty you'll ever see. What more do you need to give a penalty? Took it round the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's got her leg up high and she's caught Nikita Paris. That's a definite penalty all day long. If that's at the other end of the pitch, that is a penalty. Guaranteed nailed on penalty. If that is virtually any other team, that is a penalty. That is absolutely ridiculous. Robert says they're not surprised that was a penalty all the way. Yeah, of course it was a penalty. We know it was a penalty. This game's just a joke now. But Wolfsburg are probably going to score another goal. In fact, they probably are now. Inside the penalty, it's Hoof in at the near post. She misses. And in fact, they've given offside against Wolfsburg. Well, there you go. Absolutely ridiculous. It's going to be 4 minutes of stoppage time anyway. Not that it matters now, because the crucial moment of that game has just been given against us quite clearly. It was a blatant penalty. There's absolutely no question about it. And in the end, VAR decided not to give it. Just absolutely crackers decision that was. It's a corrupt decision. Let's be honest. There's no other word for it. It's corrupt. The game is corrupt. There's absolutely no doubt. Certain clubs and certain countries are given advantages in these competitions every single season, and that's just the way it is. I'm not saying that we deserve to get through. I'm not saying that we do, but that was a definite penalty, and we had an opportunity to make it 2-1 on the night, 3-2 on aggregate with 4 or 5 minutes to play, and who knows where, what might happen. But I mean, you saw the replay. I mean, just tell me what you think. I mean, for me, that's a blatant penalty. And Christopher says there the referee is exactly. It's not just a referee. I mean, the referee didn't give it, okay, but VAR have got to overrule that, because how can that not be a penalty? It just has to be. There's absolutely no question. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, Wolfsburg are now coming forward again, and they're just going to play now. The gentleman says they're offside 2 minutes after it happened. Well, Nikita Paz wasn't offside, was she? Terry says this is as bad as the Eurovision Song Contest. Well, it's probably worse, actually. It's a similar system, isn't it, actually? Just give the English nothing. There's a shot there from the edge of the box there from Jill Roord straight at Zinsberger. We've played 2 minutes of the 4 of stoppage time. Can Arsenal somehow find some miracle? But when we're not going to be given penalties that are definite penalties, I don't know what more we can do. We've hit the woodwork twice. Yes, over the 2 games, you've probably got to say Wolfsburg have been the better team, and they do probably deserve to go through. It's been quite close. It's been tight. I think we've shown that we can compete with a side like Wolfsburg, and we, especially in the second half of both games, we've been good. But in the end, it hasn't quite been enough, has it, to send us through to the semi-final. To be fair, I think Barcelona would have quite easily dispatched us over 2 games, and maybe this gives us a little bit more hope in the WSL. But anyway, we have got a late free kick here. Steph Catley over on that far side plays the ball in towards the penalty area. Goalkeeper comes out and collects that quite comfortably. Again, not a great delivery. Terry says, Christopher says, as I said before, the ref are not for us. No, they're not for us. They never have been. And, would that have actually made a difference in this game? Who knows? It would have certainly made it an interesting last couple of minutes, wouldn't it? If we'd got that penalty, assuming Kim Little scored, which she tends to do. So, but yeah, I mean, it's been a frustrating night. We've got now 30 seconds of stoppage time remaining, and Wolfsburg know they've been in a game, to be fair. I think over the 2 legs, they know they've been in a game. We've certainly had our moments in both legs. We've played well at times. We've played poorly at times in both games. And possibly, as I said, Wolfsburg maybe do just deserve it. But that was clearly a corrupt decision there by the referee or the VAR not to give that penalty. And there goes the full-time whistle. It has finished here. Arsenal are out of the Champions League in the quarter-final stage. It has finished here tonight. Wolfsburg 2, Arsenal 0. So it finished Wolfsburg 3, Arsenal 1 on aggregate. Jill Roord with the first goal. Leah Williamson's own goal in the second half. Maybe finished it off. We were unlucky. We hit the post twice. We had a blatant penalty turned down right near the end when Nikita Paz was brought down by goalkeeper Schultz, the referee, and VAR decided not to give it. And once again, the English team have come out second best to the Germans, and we go out. Terry says there, unlucky goals. Let's win the WSL. Let's put everything into what we've got left, and the FA Cup, of course, as well. Christopher says, I don't want an English club in the semi-finals or the finals. Well, it would have been nice if there was one, but ultimately it's finished here tonight. Arsenal are out of the Champions League. Wolfsburg 2, Arsenal 0. That's 3-1 on aggregate. And yeah, I think over the 2 legs, you've got to say Wolfsburg probably just deserved it. We're unfortunate in many ways tonight. Yes, you could say that we could have been 2 or 3-0 down at half time, but we battled back in the second half. Maybe a little bit unfortunate there. We've got a comment there, the Arsenal in big matches showed very little. No, that's a fair point. I think in the big matches this season, we have come up short. Twice against Barcelona. We've come up short against Wolfsburg. We come up short against Chelsea in the FA Cup final. So yeah, we have maybe come up short. And maybe, you know, when you look at where we've been the last couple of seasons, we are improving, and we have improved. We've still got to take that next step, haven't we? Find a way of winning these big games when they matter, and being able to finish these teams off. And we're not quite there yet, are we? We've got a little bit still to do. But I'm not overly disappointed with that second half. I thought we played a lot better there. And ultimately, who knows? We could have sneaked something from that game. The possession at the end was 50% each. Wolfsburg had 17 attempts on goal, 5 on target. We had 9 and 3 on target. So that was that. We had 7 corners to their 5. We were offside 2 to their 3. We had 371 passes. They had 467. We completed 291. They completed 364. And they committed 9 fouls and we committed 8, although there was a lot more fouls committed than that. So, yeah, you have to say probably Wolfsburg just about deserved that tonight, and just about deserved it over the 2 legs. We needed to take advantage of that second half last week, maybe, and get the win, and then it would have made it a lot more tricky for Wolfsburg tonight. But in the end, they managed to get it over the line. Robert says there, so what was this thing about yellow cards that Beth Mead could not play? Yeah, I think she got a yellow card in the group stage and a yellow card last week. So that means 2 in the tournament. So you get a 1-match suspension for that. That's the rules of the competition. So that's why she was suspended tonight. Yeah, that could have made a difference as well. Could easily have made a difference if she was playing tonight. We'll never know. Robert says here, you can't beat a corrupt decision. Well, we tend to get quite a few, don't we? We tend to get quite a few decisions go against us. That was quite clearly a penalty, quite clearly a corrupt decision. But ultimately, what can you do? We've lost, and yeah, we have probably lost to a better team. Even though tonight we did score one of the goals. Shame it wasn't at the other end, and it would have been 1-1. We would now be getting ready for extra time, wouldn't we? But it wasn't quite to be. It has finished. It's not going to be an English team winning the Champions League this year. It's not going to be Arsenal winning it for a second time. It has finished Wolfsburg 2, Arsenal 0. A goal in each half. An early goal, Gilroyd it was, finishing from close range. For some poor defending from an Arsenal corner. Poor performance in the first half from Arsenal around, it has to be said. In the second half, we played a lot better. We looked a lot more dangerous, but 15 minutes to go, we conceded a second goal. A cross from the left-hand side from Jane Dosdottir at the near post. Leah Williamson trying to cut it out, deflected it past goalkeeper Zinsberger into the net to make it 2-0. Straight afterwards, we hit the woodwork twice. A header from Viv Miedema hit the bar, and then the follow-up from Williamson was clawed away by the goalkeeper onto the inside of the post before Wolfsburg scrambled it clear. Then right at the very end, a couple of minutes to go, we should have had a clear penalty when Nikita Paris took the ball past goalkeeper Schultz and was brought down. Referee didn't give it, VAR didn't give it, and that was that. And it finished Wolfsburg 2, Arsenal 0. So that's 3-1 on aggregate. Andrea says there, of course it was a pen, but due to our poor performance in the first half, we didn't deserve to win. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. We probably didn't deserve to go through. And, you know, had the penalty been given and we'd scored it, it finished 2-1 tonight and 3-2 on aggregate. That maybe over the course of the 2 legs, that would have maybe been a fairer reflection, perhaps, of the tie as a whole. But overall tonight, yes, over the 90 minutes, I think Wolfsburg were a better team and probably did deserve to win. I thought the second half was a good response from us. The substitution made a difference, Caitlin Ford coming on. But ultimately, we didn't quite have enough, did we? We didn't quite have enough over the 2 games. And in Champions League football, that's what it's about, isn't it? Robert says that I feel for Williamson. She is such an Arsenal girl. No, she is, and that was an unfortunate own goal. It is a shame that was the way we went out in the end, because that goal kind of finished it off, didn't it, really? At 1-0, those last few minutes would have been really tense, wouldn't it, for Wolfsburg? They may have got a bit more nervous, and who knows, we may well have been able to find a goal. But anyway, it didn't quite work out for us tonight. And yes, I agree with Andreas. The best team probably did win this tie overall. And, you know, good luck to Wolfsburg against Barcelona in the semi-final. That's going to be an interesting couple of games, isn't it? And on the plus side for us, I think being out of the Champions League has helped us, or will help us now with the WSL. I do feel as though those two semi-finals on weekends would have meant midweek games in the WSL. A lot more fixtures would have had to pile in. That would have given Chelsea a massive advantage in the league. You know, we've now got a quick turnaround until Sunday, but then it's an international break before we can regroup. So we need to get that win on Sunday now, don't we, and really bounce back well. Terry says there, 2 bad first halves cost us, particularly tonight. I thought last week's first half wasn't that bad. It wasn't great. But tonight was terrible. Christopher says there, great commentary, Richard. What I said, they do not want an English club in the semi-finals or final. See you Monday. Well, Sunday for the Arsenal women against Leicester, if you're around for that one. Viva in the chat says, all defenders will score own goals from time to time. It goes with a job. Exactly. It does go with a job. And she was unlucky there. She felt she needed to get something on that ball. It may have been someone coming in behind her. As it turned out, she didn't, but she would have known that. It was unlucky there. Robert says, Christopher Jackson, I don't want an English club in the semi-finals or the final. Any team should have the right to be where they are. Yeah, he meant that they don't, meaning UEFA and FIFA and all that kind of stuff, which is fair enough. And Andreas says, yeah, we have to learn from this. We are not really competitive in Europe. Group stage and quarterfinals, 8 matches, 5 lost. No, that's a fair point. We lost 4, of course, in the group stage. No, we lost 3 in the group stage, didn't we? And we lost 4. We lost 4, didn't we, out of 8 matches, because we lost 4 in the group. We lost 3 in the group, and we lost 3. We lost 1 in the knockout stage as well, didn't we? So we actually lost 4. But yeah, it's not really good enough, is it? And we wasn't really competitive enough, was we? We scraped through our group. You know, we scraped past Hoffenheim in the end. Terrible defeat there. And we've come up short. I mean, I'll say over the 2 games, we didn't play badly. The second half last week was really good. The second half today was better, but ultimately isn't good enough. We haven't been competitive enough, and we're out. And that's unfortunately what it is. Robert says, we look tired, no running to make space, sloppy on the ball, panicking far too much. In that first half we did, yeah, definitely. I thought the second half was better. Christopher says, yeah, I'll be there on Sunday. Good. Imperative View says, embarrassing. I wouldn't say it was embarrassing. I thought the first half we looked timid and Wolfsburg were much better than us. But I thought the second half we played a lot better. And we were a little bit unfortunate not to have got a goal back. And then, of course, the own goal has finished it off. The most embarrassing thing was that decision not to give the penalty at the end, wasn't it? The referee and the VAR should be embarrassed about that without a shadow of a doubt, because I think clearly that was and should have been a penalty to us. And it could have set up a real nervy finish, couldn't it, for Wolfsburg? But anyway, it wasn't given. We are out. And I do think that's probably the right result over the 2 games. But obviously, it's frustrating from our perspective. Terry says, in my opinion, I'm more gutted. Yeah, no, I'm disappointed, really. Robert says, yeah, good night, Rich. Chores to do. Yeah, thanks for watching, mate. Hopefully see you on Sunday for the Leicester game, where hopefully we can bounce back from this. I mean, I think that's going to be the important thing now, isn't it? You know, the disappointment of losing this game will be deep, won't it? We know we've got a fly back now. We're not going to get back till later tonight. We've then got a quick turnaround. We've got to travel to Leicester for Sunday, early kickoff as well on Sunday. So the league haven't helped us out really, have they, in the fixture planning? But anyway, it is what it is. We need to go to Leicester and win on Sunday, which would put us top of the league. Again, ahead of Chelsea's game against Reading later on that evening. And then let's see how the final few games play out in the WSL. It's going to be an exciting finish to the season, though, isn't it? We're going head-to-head with Chelsea in the WSL. We're going head-to-head with Chelsea in the FA Cup. Of course, after the international break, it's that big semi-final, isn't it, at Meadow Park against Chelsea. That is going to be a big game. And, of course, a lot of big games in the WSL. There's still a lot to play for. Let's not get too upset about this. Andrea says, yeah, now let's try to get this out of our minds. Concentrate on WSL. Everything is possible there. And then, of course, we still have the FA Cup. Exactly. We still got a lot to play for. Imperative View says the second half performance was average. It was better than the first half. That's all I want to say, really. Some of these players can't cope under pressure. They crumble every time. Yeah, you could possibly say that Wolfsburg are a good side. And we're not quite at that level yet, are we? We've seen that already this season in certain games. We're not quite at that level yet. Are we? You know, we've competed for the WSL title. We still could win it. We've competed for the FA Cup. We got to one final. We've got a semi-final to come. We've got to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. That's maybe where we are at this moment. But we're growing. We're developing. We've signed a lot of new players. You can see that we're improving, and let's hope over the next 2 or 3 years we can keep improving even more, and then we'll get to the level of these teams and we can compete with them and we can maybe go further. That's sort of how it is. Vivi says they're head-to-head with Chelsea and WSL. So, yeah, of course we've gone head-to-head with Chelsea, haven't we? With 1 point difference between us with 5 games left. So we've gone head-to-head with them, and let's hope we can continue that until the end of the season and maybe get ahead of them and pip them for the title. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? And knock them out of the FA Cup. Terry says, let's hope we don't have a hangover after tonight and smash it. No, that's the danger, isn't it? I think it's going to go one or two ways for me. Either the disappointment will be so great that there's short time in turnaround for the game of travelling, and we could end up, doing a Birmingham against Leicester, couldn't we, and blowing everything completely. Or the alternative is, of course, we go to Leicester and we determined to put this behind us and do similar to what Chelsea did to them last week, maybe blow them away. Let's hope so. But yeah, we'll have to see what the response is, because that's all we can do now. Put it behind us, as Andrea said. Vivi says, and I thought you meant another game with Chelsea. No, we've gone head-to-head with them all season, haven't we, in the league? We've matched them almost game for game, haven't we? We've had a lead most of the season. We've drawn a few games. They've caught up, and they've now just pipped us, haven't they? But it's still time to turn that round, and of course the FA Cup as well. So there's a lot to play for still. It's still an exciting season, and yes, I think we'll all be disappointed if we end with nothing. But ultimately, even if we do end with nothing, we've shown this season that we've taken a step forward. We've taken a step forward in the WSL. We've gone from battling to try to sneak into the top 3 to battling for the title all the way through the season. We've got ourselves back in the Champions League. We've reached the quarterfinals. We know we can build on that for next season, hopefully go further. And in the FA Cup, we've got to one final from last season. We're in a semi-final again. Can we do the same? So you can see the progress that we're making. And if we keep on doing that over the next, for the rest of this season and into next season, some more new signings as well, who knows? I've still got confidence that Jonas is the right man. I think he's had a good season. He's done well. And let's hope we can just get it over the line. We have come up short in some big games, but we've also done well in other big games. In the WSL, we haven't lost to Chelsea, we haven't lost to Manchester City, we haven't lost to Manchester United, and we haven't lost to Tottenham. They're the top 4 teams behind us, and that's an improvement, isn't it? So let's hope we can beat Chelsea in the FA Cup and prove that we can compete in the big games when they matter as well. Imperative View says there, the common theme under Jonas's tutelage has been turning up for a half rather than both. It might work against smaller teams, but when we face quality sides, we get exposed. I mean, that's a fair point. Yes, we do seem to play well in one half rather than a full 90 minutes. And I think maybe part of that is down because we do play a very intense pressing game, don't we? That's what Jonas wants. And it's very difficult to keep that for 90 minutes, isn't it? And sometimes we can only produce it for 45 minutes in games, or sometimes it can be bits of each half. So maybe that's part of it. Maybe the players need to get used to that. Maybe we need to just get a little bit fitter as well. And as we progress, hopefully we'll improve on that aspect, and we can then take that into more of the 90 minutes, which will help us in these big games. But you're right, we don't tend to be able to do it for a full 90 minutes very often. There's been 1 or 2 good performances over 90 minutes this season that we have produced. But yeah, overall, we have tended to play in fits and starts and one half as opposed to the other. So it's like we're still improving and we're still working on that. And let's hope that we can do that. So I still think there's a lot to play for. I'm disappointed tonight. I'm upset that we've gone out. I'm upset with that first half performance because we didn't really give it a good enough go. Second half was better, a little bit unfortunate. A couple of things didn't go our way, an unfortunate own goal, and we're out. But there's still a lot to play for now. And ultimately, the more I think about it, the more I think those 2 games against Barcelona, which we would have had in the semi-final, would have disrupted our flow in the WSL. Could we have beaten them over 2 legs, having seen what we've seen over the 2 legs against Wolfsburg, having seen what we saw against Barcelona early in the season, seeing Barcelona this last couple of weeks in the Champions League? I'm not sure we would have had enough to have beaten them over 2 legs. And it would have been 2 extra games to have got 1 further round into the competition. Whereas now, at least we've got a clear run in for the WSL and the FA Cup. We can focus on those 2 domestic trophies. Let's try and win them both. At least let's try and win one of them at least, but let's try and win both. And we deserve something from this season. I don't have any doubt about that. And I think we need to get behind the team now for these last few games, give them that push, and hopefully we can end the season with a trophy, which would be fantastic, wouldn't it? So Yeah, it's been a disappointing night in Europe again for Arsenal in the Champions League. Not quite. We're not quite there yet, are we? Imperative View says Frida looks a shadow of her former self. I hope Leah will be back soon because we ain't got an adequate backup. Yeah, I thought Frida hasn't looked as good as she had a really great start to the season. She was brilliant, wasn't she, for the first 10 games or so. She got injured and she's not quite been the same since. And tonight, you know, she wasn't quite at the level that required. She's not started many games lately. That probably hasn't helped either. But yeah, you're quite right. Vivi says a tricky question. Towards the end of Joe's season, the last half, he was doing brilliant. The team was incredible. Jonas, yet, yes, he is a great manager. But should Joe have left? Well, yeah, I mean, I think Joe wanted to leave, didn't he? And he's certainly doing well at Juventus, isn't he? They could be in the semi-final, of course. Later on tonight, they're playing against Lyon, aren't they? So, yeah, I mean, Joe did well, didn't he? Yeah, he did well at the start, won a couple of trophies, and then maybe again we wasn't quite able to get over the line in the big games under Joe, was we? And I think we've improved from last season overall, but we're still that little bit short, aren't we? Imperative View says, can we praise Lena Oberdorf? She pocketed Viv, Katie. No, she did. She and Stina. Yeah, no, she did. She was brilliant, actually. You have to say. You know, I thought Dominic Janssen had a great game as well for Wolfsburg, and they were a better team. I don't think we can argue with that. Let's be honest. Imperative View says, I beg we stop playing Katie further forward. It doesn't work. I agree. For me, Katie should be left back. I've always said that. Katie left back, Caitlin Ford on the left, Beth Mead on the right, Stina in the middle, Viv in the number 10, and then Kim and Leah Walty in the midfield. And then I say Katie McCabe, Sousa when she's fit, Williamson and Moritz and Williams in goal, as Innsbruck in goal. Sorry, that's not a bad team. It's not a bad team. But how many times has that 11 started a game this season? I don't know if it has ever, because Sousa's been injured quite a lot. Williamson was out. You know, Caitlin Ford was out, so I don't think they've ever played all together. So that's the future, isn't it? And you know, you've got Laura Wainwright coming in. We've got some other young players as well. We've got a decent backup on the bench. So I'm not, you know, let's not get too down in the dumps about it. We've got knocked out. We're not quite good enough in Europe. We sort of knew that anyway. Let's be honest, we did. And now we can just put this behind us and move forward to Sunday now. Massive game away at Leicester. We have to win. We just have to win that game. Yes, Chelsea beat them 9-0. Don't care about that. We have to go there and win that game. We need the 3 points. Don't care how we get them. Whether we win 1-0, whether we win 6-0, whatever, doesn't matter. We have to win that game now. Massively important that we do. I'm confident that we will. But it's how we respond to this, how we bounce back. And that's going to be the key. It's going to be the key there, isn't it? We've got to get this game out of the way Sunday. Then it's international break. We can regroup a little bit and then we can hopefully bounce back next in a couple of weeks' time with the FA Cup semi-final. I think if we can beat Chelsea in the semi-final, I think that may well just give us that little bit of momentum for the final few league games. You never know, that might knock the stuffing out of Chelsea, and maybe they'll drop a point or two here and there and let us back in to the title race. Imperative View says, yeah, win is all that matters. Now, exactly. Let's just win every game we've got left this season. If it's enough, it's enough. And if it's not quite enough, then there's nothing we can do, is there? We can't affect Chelsea's results. We just have to win our games. And that's what we need to focus on. Now, yes, it's disappointing. It's not. We've gone out of Champions League, but were we good enough to win the competition? I'm not sure we were anyway. And I think that was shown in the game tonight and probably in the competition as a whole. As Andreas said, we've lost a lot of games. We lost half the games we played in the Champions League this season in the main competition, obviously not including the qualifiers. And as even playing in the qualifiers affected us, led to a few injuries, a few players getting tired. You know, we should be better for next season. We'll have more of a break. We haven't got to qualify for the Champions League. We'll be in it automatically, assuming we finish in the top 2, which we should do. And Imperative View says the suspension of the most influential player in Mead was a nail in a coffin. Well, it certainly didn't help, did it? It certainly didn't help. But these things happen in football. You have to get on with it, don't you? And unfortunately tonight we wasn't quite good enough. We wasn't quite good enough over the 2 legs, and we've got knocked out, and that's unfortunate. But we've still got lots to play for. We've still got 2 big trophies, 2 big domestic trophies, and if we win the double, I don't think we'll be that bothered, will we? That we didn't beat Wolfsburg tonight. I don't think we'll be that bothered, will we? But we need to win them, of course, at first. And Pertview says, do you know the reason behind Leah's absence? I don't. I'm assuming it must be an illness or an injury because she wasn't in the squad at all. And we had a bit of a short bench, didn't we? So I'm guessing it's an injury. Maybe she got injured last week, or maybe she's got COVID. Who knows? I haven't heard anything yet. It'll probably come out at some stage. But yeah, unfortunately, no, I don't know what went on with Leah. But hopefully she'll be back for Sunday. And we can bounce back and get the 3 points and get back to the top of the league, even if it is only for a couple of hours before Chelsea play. But who knows? Reading beat them before. Maybe they can beat them again or draw with them again. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's that for tonight then. Thanks to all you guys for watching. Thanks for all your comments as well. I've enjoyed watching the game with you guys as well. I hope you've enjoyed it as well. I will be back now. Terry says Leah wasn't feeling well. No, well, there you go. None of us are now, are we? Having watched that game. But anyway, so I'll be back on Sunday for the Watchalong Leicester women against Arsenal women. Kicks off at 12:30, so I'll go live about 12:15 with the bit of build-up, the team news and all that. And then, of course, we will have the full match commentary again, all your comments as well. So please join me for that on Sunday. And Pertview says Kim always turns up. She does indeed. And then, of course, on Monday evening, Arsenal men are back in action in the Premier League following the international break. And we are, of course, playing Crystal Palace away. Patrick Vieira against Arteta, of course, 2 former Arsenal captains going head-to-head again. Of course, it was a draw last time, wasn't it? The Emirates dramatic game, 2-2 draw. It's another game that we need to win. Vivi says, thanks. Yep, don't forget, tune in Sunday if you can. 12:30 UK time for that one. That'll be good. Terry says there, cheers, Richard. See you Sunday. Good night all in the chat. Yep, cheers, Terry. Good night, mate. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And I'll see you Sunday for the next game. Yeah, did I say Monday night? It's the Crystal Palace against the Arsenal game, which is going to be interesting, shall we say. So I look forward to that one as well. And yeah, we're going to enjoy the rest of the season now. We're out of Europe. Disappointing tonight. Finished Wolfsburg 2, Arsenal 0. Jill Ward with an early goal following a corner and then an own goal from Leah Williamson late on after a cross from Jane Johns Dottier in the last 15 minutes. We hit the woodwork twice. We had a penalty appeal turned down. A little bit unfortunate, but overall, I think the best team won over 2 legs. Wolfsburg have gone through to face Barcelona in the semi-final. We are now free to concentrate on domestic matters. The WSL on Sunday against Leicester, and of course the FA Cup coming up soon, the semi-final against Chelsea. So loads to look forward to in the WSL. Loads to look forward to the Arsenal women. Loads to look forward to on the channel. I'll be back Sunday for the women's game against Leicester, and then Monday night for Arsenal against Crystal Palace. And then of course the Tuesday clinic next week will return with a look back on the Crystal Palace game, and of course looking ahead to the next few games coming up as well. And then of course we will then be looking ahead to the international break for the women as well, and loads of stuff coming up on the channel. So please subscribe. Please give it a like before you leave as well. Imperative View says, not the result we wanted, but a great watch along nevertheless. Thank you, Richard. Thank you very much as well for tuning in your comments as usual. Hopefully we'll see you on Sunday. I'll see you all then. I am going to have a cup of tea and the rest of the season. Look forward to Sunday. It's going to be good. See you then, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. We're getting close to 1,000 actually. Come on, we've got to get it before the end of the season, haven't we? At least make up for Arsenal's disappointment. Get me to 1,000 subscribers, and then that'll make up for any disappointment if we don't happen to win one of these trophies that we've got left. Cheers, guys. I'll speak to you on Sunday. Look forward to that. Terry says, come on, you women gunners on Sunday. Indeed, we need to bounce back very, very quickly. Luckily, we've not got long to wait for the game, have we? It will soon be here Sunday morning or Sunday lunchtime. So please stay tuned to the channel. Give it a like as well. Kilo says 1,000. Yeah, indeed. Let's do it on Sunday. I'll see you all then, guys. Take it easy. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, like, share and subscribe. Sunday, 12:15 for coverage of Leicester women against Arsenal women. We have to win. We need to bounce back. Disappointing night. Champions League is over for another season. We'll be back next year in that competition. Hopefully, we'll be back in all the competitions next year. Don't forget, see you Sunday, guys, at 12:15. And don't forget to give it a like. Speak to you very, very soon. And take it easy. And of course, as always, come on, you Gunners. Come on. Let's bounce back. Win Sunday. Put this behind us. On we go. See you later, guys. Thanks for watching. See you soon.